songwriter, and producer, Mr. Durand Bernard.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the faith that the present has brought us. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Durand Bernard. And now, here to perform our national anthem is two-time Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and master storyteller, Mr. Eric Roberson. Accompanying Eric is the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner get waved o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
50 players representing 18 HBCU schools ready to perform on a bigger stage, perhaps, than what they're used to playing in front of when their regular season schedule plays. And again, as we mentioned, a lot of former major league names and recognizable faces on the coaching staff. The HBCU Swingman Classic is almost ready, and we'll get you out there for first pitch as soon as it starts. Part of a big weekend in Philadelphia, the draft with live coverage on NBC, Peacock, and MLB Network tomorrow. The 3-on-3, also known as Home Run X, happening on Sunday. And this is the first event that really kind of kicks off All-Star Week tonight.
Yeah, as the young players, you always want to stick around, because right now you still have major leaguers playing baseball games. You want to play this game, be able to stick around for a few extra days, see the big leaguers come in, hang out in the hotel, try to try to get a few autographs, try to make a few connections.
Some of these kids, like, you know, rubbing elbows. We just saw Ken Griffey Jr. walk through that shot.
Welcome to Philadelphia as we take a ride down the Schuylkill River and go by the Art Museum and head south to Citizens Bank Park for the site of the 4th annual HBCU Swingman Classic. It was the brainchild of Ken Griffey Jr., the great Hall of Famer, and it brings out other Hall of Famers here to work with these youngsters. Ryan Howard, one of the great Phillies of all time, the great slugger. We've got Andre Dawson here and others, and they're passing along their knowledge, the great game of baseball, as Ken Griffey Jr. with this program, bringing more exposure to black young men and HBCUs. I'm Dave Sims, along with Harold Reynolds. Pleasure to be working with Harold for the 4th consecutive year. Let's talk about what this means to the black community and the baseball community as a whole.
Well, I think the big thing is that exposure you talked about. Ken Griffey Jr. wanted to have the opportunity for a lot of these young kids at the HBCU, I should say young men, to be seen, get an opportunity to maybe be drafted. We've had 10 players come through now that have been drafted in the last 4 years, and also they go on to the draft league and get a chance to play as well. So that's it. But it's not just a HBCU, let's make sure we get some kids an opportunity. This has been a staple for baseball.
Oh, yeah.
It fed the Negro Leagues, and it also fed the big leagues. You get a chance to look back at some of the great legendary players who played in the HBCUs. Yeah, Vince Coleman. He played football and snatching bags. That's Lou Brock right there, all-time stolen base king before Ricky Henderson. Marquise Grissom, go get him, Grip, doing his thing in Atlanta and Montreal. Rickie Weeks, the first and only Golden Spikes Award winner from an HBCU team, and then Andre Dawson, the Hawk Hall of Famer. So those guys are all HBCU guys, but I do want to make this point that when you look at the Negro League history, that was the pipeline for their feeding. They didn't have a minor league system. They used the HBCU school system to feed the Negro League. So this is a long tradition and a long time coming that Junior wanted to bring this all back alive again.
Our tip of the cap to Junior, no question about it. As for tonight, give us a couple of names, guys, you're looking forward to seeing.
Well, KJ White, both these guys I'll go into have been here for three years now. KJ White is second baseman, switch hitter. I just love the way he plays. He went to Southern University, grinds it out. He's going to make every play hit his direction. But he plays with the flair and excitement that you want to see young people play with. And like I talked about, switch hitter. The other guy is Justin Jornet. Got a chance to spend some time talking with Justin before. These two have been ambassadors, not only for this game, but for HBCU baseball. It's great to see them back again the third time, and as they got bragging rights. And I touched on it earlier. 10 players have come through this game in the last 4 years that have been drafted. Dave, here's a look at some of them.
That's very exciting to see this kind of development and this kind of surge towards possibly getting to the big leagues. So we want to bring your attention to a guy like me, as a born and raised Philadelphian. Emily Heidel is standing by with the young man playing in this game who's from the great city of Philadelphia.
All right, thanks, Dave. I'm here with the only Philly native playing in the Swingman Classic, and it's his first one at that. Santino Harwood, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
I'm good. So last year you had an injury that sidelined you your entire freshman year. What did it take for you to get here today?
It took a lot of just hard work and dedication, you know, grinding through the tough days. I knew it was all for a good outcome, so in those moments I'm just like, I got to get through this to be a better baseball player. So, yeah, I try to do my best, and I'm out here right now.
Speaking of that, I know yesterday you didn't expect to have such an intimate conversation with Ken Griffey Jr., Jimmy Rollins. What was it like when you stepped into that room and you realized that would be what would be happening?
It was mind-blowing. Like, for Ken Griffey and Jimmy Rollins, like, all the greats should just be right in front of me, you know, talking to us and giving us a good piece of advice. It was honestly just amazing. Like, I felt like the weekend was already successful, but, you know, we still got to come out here and play.
And then last thing, you are a Philly native. Tell the Philly people watching one thing they do not want to know about you.
One thing they do not want to know about me?
You know what I'm talking about.
I am a Braves fan. I am a Braves fan, and blame my dad. He's from Atlanta and put me in a Braves jersey since I was 2. So, yeah, blame him.
I'm from Atlanta, so I feel you right there. Yeah. Good luck tonight, and we hope you do a good job. Back to you guys.
Emily, thank you very much. And from Philadelphia, the 4th annual HBCU Swingman Classic. Lineups, first pitch coming straight ahead. Back here in Philadelphia, a little drumline action, a little flavor for tonight's 4th annual HBCU Classic. Guys really enjoyed the intros. Ken Griffey Jr., the host here from Philadelphia. And it's a nice, hot and humid evening here for baseball.
But Dave, you're used to this. You're
Absolutely.
Philly native. Philly native.
Amen. Well, here you go. The American League starting lineup. We got Radcliffe, White, and Oropeza, Martinez, Fernandez, and White. Campbell's the guy you've got your eye out on him, right?
Yeah, there's a number of players, actually, that really stood out. Jose Fernandez put on a show during batting practice. He's playing first base tonight, but he's a catcher a lot. Got a tremendous arm. The offense is going to be big tonight. It'll be interesting to see how the pitchers hold them down.
Miles Dismute, junior from Southern, down in Louisiana. And again, I got such a kick out of talking to some of the coaches, and they talked about the reaction to these young men when they come into this ballpark and see 3 decks. And I've heard that story for years. You know, having played in the major leagues and working your way out, well, it's a shock when you come into a big stadium as a player. You're down on the field, right?
No doubt about it, and it just puts the realization that, man, this is the big leagues. It's called the show for a reason. Here we go.
Finishing up the warm-up tosses. And we'll have Ken Griffey Jr. doing some interviews during the course of the broadcast here. It's always fun watching him, watching Junior interact. And Junior, there's Junior. Hey, welcome. Thanks for having us in again, Junior. Thank you so much. And a great idea. And that
coming back.
Yeah, you're very welcome. What's been the tone that you picked up from this crew this year?
There's a lot of confident guys in here, and that's fun. I mean, you know, guys have been here 2 and 3 years, wanting to play. I mean, love this game. We love this game, and it shows. And, you know, come in.
First pitch to Radcliffe. Jacoby Radcliffe's in there for a strike.
Well, we start the game off, Junior, with teammates playing against each other. The pitcher and the hitter, both from Southern University.
Well, you know, he get a chance to. It's going to be bragging rights when he gets back to school.
1-1 to count.
Yeah, that's the important thing, is the bragging rights when you leave here. You know, you want to make sure that everybody knows who the best player on the field is. So start off early.
Radcliffe hit 280 this past season, 4 home runs, 39 stolen bases, and walked 39 times.
Oh, gonna have to have that tonight. Major League zone, Major League ballpark. But if you look at the second baseman, clearly not Major League rules. They're standing around the outfield, a little bit more of a shift, playing the college baseball rules.
Pitch fouled off. Southern U this year, 29 and 23 record. Chris Crenshaw, head coach in his 6th season, and he played for the late great Roger Cador, who we interviewed over these last 3 years at this event. May he rest in peace. Bounced up there.
Yeah, we'll get a little time in there to talk about Roger Cador. Southern University, he helped build this franchise, really. I remember talking to Roger many, many years, talking about Southern University and HBCU baseball and trying to get folks to go there and play.
But he spent 34 years there?
Yes.
A great run.
Ouch.
And hit by pitch. So the American League leadoff man's aboard.
You're like, look, if you're going to get on, I'm going to hit you. You ain't stealing on me. Junior talking about bragging rights.
Yeah, I got you.
Ooh, you got the catcher, too.
Got him good.
I'll have a nice conversation a little bit later. Brings up K.J. White. A2 out of Southern University. .421 batting average. at 80 hits. Just throw down the second and in safely.
Got a great jump. Came up with a good throw, but that ball, he got a great jump. You hit me, I'm running, Junior.
Yeah. Also, all I had to do when we played together is just tell the pitcher to hit you.
That's right.
You wasted 4 years of my life doing that.
I didn't like getting hit.
If I'd have known that.
He's going again. He got that bag, too. And here comes a run.
Boy, that's old school. Making the defense make a play. Put the pressure on them. Come around to score in the American League.
Well, I love it because this is what HBCU baseball should be about. Up-tempo, put pressure on people, hit by pitch. 2 pitches later, he's scoring a run. And that's pretty cool stuff, Junior.
Yep, what they call that, the Rickie run.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. E2 brings him home. Radcliffe scores. Count 1-1 here. Pitch outside, 2-1 to KJ White Jr.
He got a great jump. And what's alarming about this is they both played with the pitcher. So he didn't think he was going to run. He got no throwovers. Those are your boys right there.
2-2. KJ White's dad played baseball at Jackson State University in Mississippi.
Ken, this is his 3rd Swingman Classic. Yeah. I'm sure you got a chance to spend some time around KJ by now.
I told him, I said, I'm expecting big things from him today. He just looked at me, started laughing.
He's walking away with that swag. I tell you what, that light, the baby blue is looking nice, man. I like that jersey this year, Junior.
You know, we try to represent the city, you know, in which we play at. So, you know, they had the little powder blue back in the day. So I figured I'd bring that back and then bring a little old school with the Navy.
There you go.
He's struggling with the tight zone here with the pitches. He thought for sure that was a strike. You know, in college baseball, it's a lot wider. And they're going to force you to throw a ball over the plate. I think we're going to have some offense tonight, Ken.
Well, that's what we want. A little offense, good plays.
Miguel Oropeza out of Alabama State, the HBCU national champions at 34-23.
Do you think KJ's running? No. Man, he played with both these guys. He hadn't thrown over the first yet. I got to give KJ a look, right?
KJ gonna run now.
Mm-hmm.
Looks nice and loose, inching out. There he goes. Oh, almost hit the pitcher.
I'm just surprised he hasn't thrown over. He's played and watched both these players. They're his teammates. Throw over, give him a look. And in this game, you can throw over 1,000,000 times. There's no 2 throw-over rule like the Major League Baseball. He almost got him in the keister.
Yeah, that would not have been good. 2-0 here to the 3-hole hitter, Oropeza, inside. Ball 3.
Somebody needs to go to the mound, talk with him. One of the infielders. Hey, calm down. He's on national TV, a little amped up. He's a guy that has control, and he's having control issues, and he's a guy who throws a lot of strikes. He's got to slow the game down sometimes.
3-0 pitch, taken all the way.
Ken, how'd you like playing in all-star games? You always perform well.
Well, that's the time that you get to shine. You know, the best of the best there, and so when you leave there, you want to make sure that everybody knows the pecking order of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, you wanted to come back with that trophy.
Yeah, I did.
3-1 on inside corner, strike 2.
Dave, I remember he won an MVP in San Francisco, right, Junior?
No, San Diego.
San Diego. And so I remember him saying, my dad won one, I got to win one. And that, yeah, you had faced Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
And I remember as soon as I think you homered out Maddux or something like that. I remember I was like, this boy, man.
Oppo.
Here's what I got to do. He went and did it.
Right. You know, you want to put on a good show, but you want to make sure that everybody is understand who you are.
Well, I think they found out when you hit 440 during the course of your career in all-star games. It was ball 4.
Well, I don't like to lose, and when you put on that uniform,
Junior, go out and talk to him, will you? Call time. Run out there and talk to him.
They're doing it now.
Go with him. Go with him. Let's hear what they're saying out there. Take that mic with him. It's your game. You can go anywhere you want. I think this was a needed conversation.
Absolutely.
How many pitches does he have?
18.
Okay.
Wayne Gomes, pitching coach out there.
So tell us about the coaches, Junior. How are the coaches selected for this game?
Well, it's quite interesting because, you know, over the last couple of years, I've gotten more players that have called me wanting to be part of this, and I think that's a huge testament to the kids and the direction that it's going. But, you know, you can't go wrong with Jimmy and Philly. I mean, and Ricky played here, so those two guys and him being the Golden Spike Award for college baseball, it was a no-brainer. And I let them guys pick, you know, a couple of guys that they wanted, but a lot of it is, you know, these guys want to be here and help these kids achieve their goal. You know, we lived our goal of being professional baseball players, and it doesn't matter if it's for 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, 22 years. We got to step foot on a Major League Baseball field. Now these guys have an opportunity to be coached by guys who've done it.
Got some action in the bullpen. Talmadge Davis.
Very well said, Junior.
Compliment aboard here.
Double steal. Let's see if they're going.
Bounced up there. Boy, they're just having a track meet out here.
You know, sometimes it is, you know, get out of the first inning and things like that. But, you know, everything is, they've never played in this big of a stage. And, you know, sometimes it's difficult. I mean, I remember the first time I ran on the field in the Mariner uniform, I started breathing funny. Like, you had to take a deep breath, even though I've been around the clubhouse and been in the locker room.
It was that
hit well into left field off the bat of Martinez. They'll score 1 run. And the American League's got a 2-0 lead here.
Dave, you know why he was breathing funny? Because he realized he's in rare air. He went up there and hit a double off Dave's sport. Not everybody is in that air.
You know, being 19 and, you know, making a club out of spring training and having an opening day at bat, I mean, that's, you know.
That's pretty cool stuff. It's a nice swing right there for the young man.
Yeah.
It's Jose Fernandez at this up and in. Ball 1.
My man's scuffling. They're getting the pin ready quick.
Well, I think they've got
he's got a pitch count, right?
30 pitches.
30.
I think it's like a 30 pitches.
Yeah, so this is not what was the script. But here we are.
2-0 for the American League. Pitch outside.
Well, they're going to try to get all 30 pitches out of him. He's got 8 more. The pin is definitely ready, but you're trying to stretch. Maybe you can get a double play ball, and then you get a quick out and get out of the inning. Something that can get him to 30 and maybe get him out, or else you're dipping into everybody else's pitches now.
2-0. Come right back with a fastball. Sometimes you just got to pitch the contact, right?
Yeah.
I wish somebody would have done that to me. Like, get me over a fastball, you know, a cement mixer for a curve ball. I've been happy.
This is not the right kid to do this with either. He can swing it.
Nice pitch in the dirt. Stolen base.
They just take
Martinez.
They're taking liberties, man.
Right now, he's just struggling to get the ball over the plate. So, guys on at first are an afterthought. Jose Fernandez had a Bethune-Cookman at the dish. Big kid, 6'3", 220. Good count for him at 3-1. Takes a pitch on the inner third.
Well, this is not the outing that he wanted, dreamed about, anticipated. But here we are. This is 26th pitch. He's not going to get out of the first.
Jose Fernandez, 361, 12 homers, 52 runs batted in. Woo, SWAC Player of the Year.
This dude can hit, man. I was watching him BP.
shallow. It'll be a tag at third. Rodriguez.
There you go.
That's well done. So a 7.65 put out at third. 7.56 and shortstop put it on.
Well, they did a nice job of hit the cutoff, man. Yeah. Third baseman cut it off. Shortstop rotated over, get the out. And that's the main thing. Look, it's not always throwing the guy out at home. But it was a great job of getting that done.
You're talking about fundamental baseballs right there.
Yeah.
You know, hit the cutoff man.
My man Martinez stole that bag, and he started thinking he can run.
There's Bruce Weiss out of North Carolina A&T. Made the conference all-rookie team in the 25 season this past season. 328. 35 runs batted in.
Yeah.
So this will be his last hitter regardless. They'll finish the pitches. I know they got a 30 pitch count, but they'll probably let him finish the hitter. Or is it a drop dead 30, Junior? He's talking with the coaches right now.
2-0 pitch fouled off.
They're begging for him to put the ball in play. Here we go. 29, we're at 30. Throw that ball right down the middle. Get a ground ball.
2 outs here in the top of the first.
Nah.
It's 2-1. Woo! Swing and a miss.
So this confirms the fact that they're going to get to that point, and now he'll finish the AB.
Weiss, 6'1", 210. He's a sophomore out of McDonough, Georgia.
And he's a good-looking kid, too, man. This guy can hit.
2-2. Breaking ball, chopped right at home plate.
Hey, Junior, I watched batting practice today. We got rained out yesterday, so watching BP, ground balls, everything. The athlete is better every year that you're bringing to this game.
Well, I mean, we're all athletes, you know, but, you know, the biggest thing is the athleticism has gone away over the years, and now we're just trying to bring it back, and these guys are, you know, bigger, stronger, and faster.
The American League off to a good start at 3-0. Well, we take a look at the National League starting lineup. Who do you like in this lineup here, Harold?
Well, you always look to the middle. Justin Jornet, we talked about him in the open. But really off the top, Tyree Reed is a heck of a player. But again, I'll say through the whole roster, it's fun to watch, and we'll see what they end up doing.
Tyree Reed going to lead off against Jorhan Lavoie.
I saw the P for pitcher and the Lavoie. I was like, Playboy. I thought that's what it said. This guy can pitch, man. He's fun to watch, fun to be around, good personality. I think we're going to get a lot of strikes from him. I don't think he'll be quite as nervous as our last pitcher.
Tyree Reed leads off. He's in right field, and a left-hander's first pitch in there for strike. Reed, first team all SWAC this season. Began his career at Oregon State, transferred to Central Arizona JUCO before landing at Jackson State.
Junior, I've watched this kid a long time. I knew his dad. I knew the family here. He could swing it. When he's talking about Oregon State, I remember seeing him years ago. He needed to go somewhere else and play. That's another thing with the HBCUs. He got an opportunity to get on the field and play.
At an early age. Now, during the half inning, we had the
fly ball left field. Pretty deep on the track. And making a catch is Weiss for out number 1.
I asked Hawk if he was at him back in college dancing like that. If you would have seen the look that he gave me.
Oh, yeah.
I said, man, was that you back in the day? He was like, See, that's why I'm scared of that man. No matter what happens in life. And you know when you talk about excellence and things like that, and you know, you can't, Andre.
Ooh. Broken bat, just ate up the second baseman. Oh, KJ White. That was Ryland Dyson at a Prairie View.
That ball had some slice on it, too. That had some, he hit that ball hard.
But you talk about Andre, you know, go to a HBCU FAMU and become a Hall of Famer. And that's why I bring him here every year, is to show these kids that if you get an opportunity, you can become this guy. Yeah. And he's been unbelievable with his time, helping these kids. You know, they get a chance to talk to him. I'm scared to talk to him, so I can imagine what they are.
Everett Robinson looks at strike. Robinson out of Texas Southern.
Tell you what, Reed had a nice swing. So, Junior, I'm watching you a lot talking to these hitters during BP. We showed in the open you were grabbing one of the kids' barrel and kind of showing him how to handle the barrel. What are some of the things that you've been discussing with hitters?
Well, knowing where the barrel is. You know, when it's like anything, if I don't know where the barrel is, I can't get the barrel on the ball. You know, and grabbing the end of the bat, I should be able to know where that is, where the label is, and where the sweet spot of the bat is. So if somebody stood behind me and grabbed it, I should be able to feel where that part of where he's grabbing. And trying to help these kids understand that, you know, with an aluminum bat, you know, you can hit it anywhere, but a wooden bat, you need to hit it right here. So this is what you should feel when you do your tilt.
Put it in play. It's a foul ball.
So you're saying that they should, and I agree with you 100%, they should know where the barrel is and what bat control is, and when you make any movement. So here you're talking about, you're showing him clearly where the sweet spot is on a wood bat.
Yeah, but it's also knowing, you know, certain, like for me, I would always hit my helmet with the label so I knew where it was at. So I knew here's where the label is, because sometimes a good hitter needs to get jammed. He's not afraid to sit and let it come, you know, wait for it. You know, everybody wants to get out in front and stuff like that, but if I can see it as long as possible, it's going to be harder to throw it by me.
Swing and a miss, strikeout. First strikeout of the ball game.
Well, the other thing I was going to say with that, Junior, is you brought up something in a subtle way, but you would have the label where you could see it. You know, and they don't understand. As they get older and they understand, there's certain parts on the bat that are made better than the other. And you want to make sure that when you swing, you're hitting it on the sweet spot of the bat, not just swinging it to be hitting it in the big part, but the sweet spot. And so there's a sweeter spot on the opposite side of the label. So when you get your swing in a right plane, you will hit it where it needs to be squared up at.
Yes.
Michael Rodriguez out of Bethune-Cookman. His cousin, Willen Rosario, played almost 450 games across 5 seasons with the Rockies. Back in 2012, his cousin finished 4th in Rookie of the Year.
How about that?
First time he's in the Classic here. Perfect game preseason All-American, All-Region team at 22 and 23.
And he's at Bethune-Cookman?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they've done a great job of being able to recruit Latin players from Puerto Rico and having a pipeline. We always talk about pipelines and bloodlines and things like that. They've had a number of Latin players. And the interesting thing about HBCUs and Negro League Baseball, Negro Leagues Baseball was a home for Latin ball players as well. And so that still carries through this HBCU generation as I'm seeing it.
Bethune-Cookman had a pretty good year, 38 and 20. Finished second in the HBCU rankings. Yeah, that's a quality pitch right there, heading way off balance. National League gets no runs on that to leave a batter. It's 3-0 AL. Well, one of the big moments we had last year in Atlanta, the swing that this young man put on that hanger. Wow. Jay Campbell from Florida A&M. And he was the MVP last year. Hit the only home run in the game. It started a 7-4 comeback with the National League over the American League.
Well, I touched on it in the open. The interesting thing about him right here was he was one of the last guys selected to, I think, the last guy selected on the All-Star roster. And they selected him because he could pitch and he could also play the field. So he gave them a lot of depth in a game like this where you're running guys in and out. You might run out of pitching like we saw in the first inning. He might be a guy that can bring that for you. Take advantage of your opportunity. And that's what he did last year, and he homered in the game, got the MVP.
Campbell, 5'11", 200 pounds, the sophomore. And the first pitch. What a delivery that is.
Nasty. 92 sidearm.
Talmadge Davis. It's coming out of the third base bag. Ground ball, third base.
Get it.
Deuce and nice footwork by the first baseman for the play. Nice play by Byron Robinson Jr.
Yeah, this is a tough at bat. He's sidewinding, slinging that thing everywhere at you.
Coming out of the third base bag, right?
And I think this is a guy, a prime example, that not many people know about. And he's getting a chance to be on national TV, and he threw that first pitch, and you're like, whoa, who's this? That's an attention getter in a heartbeat. Now I want to see what he can do. I want to watch him deliver more pitches. If I'm sitting in some office somewhere, I want to hold it. Look at this, 94 from the side.
Easy 94
Easy.
coming at, but the funky angles, murder against right-handers.
Yeah.
Michael Lucina. He's out of Bethune-Cookman, and coming out of Venezuela. Woo. Right to your previous point about how it's been a great combination. Davis behind 2-0. Lucina, first time in the Swingman Classic. A lot of movement, 3-0. This young man started first couple of seasons in college at Indian River State College before transferring to Bethune-Cookman. Pitch.
I think we're going to see an influx of players playing in the HBCUs with the new rules that we have in place. With all the transfer portals, the NIL, as you're seeing so many D1 players have a good year, then they transfer to a bigger school. Those bigger schools are starting to use other schools as a chance of landing spot. So you're going to get an opportunity to come play here and put up 3-4 years and get out of here.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, in on his hands, well located.
Tell you what, he's nasty. I haven't seen a breaking ball from him yet, but I tell you what, he's nasty. What's he look like down there, Junior?
That's not a fun at bat. If you're a righty, that's not a fun at bat. That's not a comfortable at bat.
Let's go. Strike one.
I haven't seen it. You know, I want to see when the lefty comes up, so which is next. So it's going to be real interesting.
Jonathan Trail out of Texas Southern.
Just in here.
346 this past season with 7 home runs and 55 runs batted in.
Boy, get over there.
That's the other way. Nice scoop by Robinson. Well done. So a nice, easy inning by Talmadge Davis. He looked good. 3-0 American lead. MLB Plus is only $49.99 for a limited time. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week. Plus live radio broadcast of every game, game day 3D, big inning, and minor league action. Visit MLB.com plus MLB Plus to subscribe today. Great to have you with us here, Dave Sims, along with Harold Reynolds and Emily Heidel, and moments ago, Ken Griffey Jr. interacting with pitchers started the game and had difficulty finding the strike zone.
Yeah, what's up?
Put it in perspective for him. That's the whole thing. What were you saying, Junior, right there when you're talking with the pitcher?
Well, just don't let this outing define you. Go out there, you know, after the game and stuff like this, you got to go back to the drawing board. You know, you got here for a reason. You know, it's just one day doesn't define who you are. Just go out there when you get back and work twice as hard.
Yep, it's good. And don't watch the video. No.
Good point.
It was a rough outing for him. No, I'm just joking. Go back and watch it. See it all and learn.
Yeah, I mean, this game is about learning. I mean, there's been stuff that happened in year 19 that I had to ask my dad about.
Justin Jornet, and that would have been what back in the day.
Oh, we talk about 19 years in the big leagues. Now I was 38, 39. I said something to him. He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I've never seen that."
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is you're constantly beating yourself up in this game.
Indeed.
You know, day in and day out, you go 0 for 4, you go 0 for 4 a second day, you start doubting yourself, you know, and I just want these kids to understand that this is, yes, it's an opportunity to be seen, but there are some times where you got good velocity, you make some good swings, you make some great plays in the outfield or on the infield. People are going to see that, and they're going to remember it. You know, so it's not necessarily, you know, making the great play that gets you seen. It's what you do, you know, going forward.
No doubt, no doubt. I think our pitcher was, it reminds me of playing there last year. Another nice hit for Justin. This is Justin's third game, so good AB for him. Our pitcher, Dave, you want to ID our pitcher for everybody at home and let them know who he is?
Huh?
James Peterson is the pitcher.
Yeah, and I tell you what, James from Alabama State, I swear he was in the game last year because his hat fell off every pitch. And it's falling off every pitch again. He didn't even pull it down. No, Junior, I know you wore your hat backwards, but at least you pulled it down. His is going to fall off every pitch.
There's Nigel Jenkins out of Alabama State.
Yeah. I mean, even submarine running in, I mean, that's a tough at bat for a right-hander. Like, for me, I love this guy. Everything going away from me. Just don't front and hit me. You know. But if you don't throw it low in the way where I can, you know, slap it to the left. That's all I'm trying to do anyway, Harold. Just slap the ball to the left. I'm not trying to do too much damage. But if I'd have known year one, if they hit you, you was going to run, I would have told all kind of stories. Harold said this, Harold said that to the starting pitcher. No, who they gonna believe? Me? I'm an innocent 19-year-old. You 25.
Too funny.
The great Ralph Garr, a road runner with some good Atlanta teams. 3-0 pitch here to Jenkins. And that missed inside. Emily, take it away.
All right, guys, I'm here with Rylan Duson. This is his first Swingman Classic, but you've been seeing the ball, playing with the ball very well, and you were the only man on base for your team the last inning.
We got 2 guys on now, though.
Thank you. Speak for your team. Were there any nerves coming into this game?
To be honest, there wasn't really any nerves coming into the game. I mean, this is my second big league stadium this year. I mean, we got the opportunity to play at Wrigley with Prairie View A&M, so, you know, it was a great opportunity. But, you know, actually MLB Develops has hooked it up for like 2 years. It's been easy for me, you know, for a couple nerves coming in the first 2 games, but, you know, now I feel like I'm a vet in the big league parks, and, you know, I don't got no nerves no more.
Can you talk about the impact that MLB Develops has had on you?
Well, MLB Develops has had like a great impact on me. I mean, they've opened doors for me. You know, that's how I got to Prairie View A&M. You know, going through Hank Aaron and MLB Develops like that. That's how they see me and able to give me an offer. So I feel like Develops has done so much for me, and I just thank you for everything. And that's all. I got nothing else to say.
And a fun fact you told me about yourself was that you are a self-proclaimed Love Island connoisseur. What are your thoughts on the Villa as it stands right now?
The Villa stands right now. I mean, it's over for y'all that are tapped in. It's over right now. But you know, the Villa was a shaky place at once. Y'all bear with me. Shaky place at once. You know, Sincere is not very sincere. Kenzie just bust down the splits and a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, I am a self-proclaimed Love Island connoisseur.
All right, well, we'll maybe check in back in with you at the end of the game to get some more Love Island updates. Good luck.
Thank you. I can't believe how big Love Island is.
He was all over that.
Oh, yeah. My kids watch Love Island. Listen to this. 2 years ago, All-Star game. Got the whole family with me. And I got Ella, my middle. And we're going that night, big MLB party. You got all the major leaguers there. You got everybody at this party. We're going to the party.
Right.
And all of a sudden she goes, oh, my goodness. And I look around. It's like Shohei Ohtani walking in. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Shohei. And she's like, no, it's the cast of Love Island.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I'm like, unbelievable. She went and sat with them, and that made her night. Double play ball. Let's see him work with it.
Nice
Work
grab.
it. Nice.
Really nice turn on that short hop by the shortstop, Trejo.
Great call, Dave. You read it perfectly. That short hop. And usually the cardinal rules, you don't back up. You attack a ball, hit at you. But he did a nice job of backing up on getting a high hop and being able to spin this. Watch this. If you're going to back up, you better get rid of it quick. And he got rid of it. And beautiful turn by K.J. White, too. Beautiful.
The 2 down here in the National Leagues. Bottom of the second.
And that's what the sidewinder does for you. He'll get you ground balls. And that was, if they put it in play and you throw the ball where you want it, it's probably going to be on the ground. And he can drop that hat as often as he wants. He'll get double play balls.
Yeah. J.T. Taylor out of North Carolina A&T. First time in the Swingman Classic. 258 this past year. 14 extra base hits. 22 runs batted in. Pitch in there for strike. Tough year for A&T. 14-38.
Ouch. Somebody got to lose some games.
That's where he goes. Pitch outside. A&T coached by Ben Hall.
I don't think Junior ever went through lose. When I was with the Mariners, we started off, we lost 100 and some games. But when Junior arrived, I don't think we lost many more games like that ever again.
Trejo on the run. Good looking play.
Yeah, nice
smooth. Very smooth. Nothing across for the National League. AL's got the lead right now, 3-0. Well, back here in Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Park, the 4th annual HBCU Swingman Classic. That's Ralph Garr in the middle. And we're just taking a moment of reflection on the recent passing of Roger Cador, legendary coach at Southern University.
Yeah, you know, Roger was really one of the first guys that turned on HBCU baseball to me. And this was long after I was finished playing pro ball and spending time with him, doing camps, clinics, conversations. This is a man that had a desire to trailblaze black baseball. He reached out to everybody that he could get to come down there to Southern or come to schools in the HBCU and speak on behalf of baseball. And he's well-deserved honor. You see the pats on the shoulder. But this man, when you get to a point in your career, Dave, when it's not about your team winning, but it's about understanding the whole conference needs to win, that was Roger Cador. And that's why he had such a profound impact and will be missed by so many.
It was a thrill to have him with us in each of the first 3 Swingman Classics, Seattle, Dallas, and Atlanta. And boy, the stories that he had talking about Rickie Weeks when he was down at Southern University and all the great times that they had and all the wins that they had. A lot of strong knowledge, if you will. I mean, about life, not just baseball.
Yeah. And let's talk about Rickie Weeks. So I'll let you get a picture going, and we'll talk about Rickie in a little bit. But in the meantime,
Jimmy Rollins joins us right now. And Jimmy, how do you like being on the top step, calling the shots, my man?
I tell you what, this is my second time through it. It's a little better the second time than it was the first time. I had no idea, but now I have a sense. I got a good bullpen coach and a lot of guidance over here. But it's a lot of fun watching these kids come out here getting a chance to play on a big league field, a place that I called home, and a ballpark couldn't be more beautiful, and we have a good little game going on right there.
How's a young man that had a tough first half inning? How's he doing?
He's doing okay. Obviously, he was disappointed. Didn't want to shake too many hands, but that's baseball. You know, sometimes you come out there and you're on. Sometimes you come out there and you're not on. The strike zone's a little tight. You know, we like for him to open it up just to get the kids some confidence. But I tell you what I liked is that he battled through it. They have a 33 pitch limit. He was right at 32, so we didn't have to go get him. And no one wants to be pulled, so he battled his way through. We got the double play in an unconventional way, but he's all right.
Well, Jimmy, we're going to a little B-roll showing some highlights of you. Last night we had a good time talking with all the players down there, and Jimmy reminded me he had 4 Gold Gloves. He wasn't just a Gold Glover; he won 4 of them.
There you go.
And his MVP year, he ended up having, what was that? 40 triples?
20 triples, 42 or 43 doubles, 20 triples, 30 home runs. And whatever the other one was, I don't know. It was 20, however it breaks down.
I tell you what, Jimmy, these days when I'm calling baseball, I don't see a lot of triples in Major League Baseball. Those were the days when you were getting it done.
There we go. Get off me, ball. But yeah, that is very true. And I think a lot of that has to do with the scouting reports and how they're playing guys, where they're positioning. And also a lack, in my opinion, a lack of base running or care of base running. Guys are happy to get to second base and be done with it unless they absolutely have to go to third. I was a speed guy. I was doing as much as I could to get to third base as early in the out system as I possibly could. So, one, I liked showing that I was fast. I liked to run the bases. And a triple, in my opinion, is the hardest thing to get in baseball.
Agreed.
And inside the Parker, you know, everything has to go right, but a triple is sometimes out the box and you pushing the envelope.
I'm imagining that you didn't mind if it was, as long as it wasn't the first or the third out, you were motoring to get the third.
Oh yeah, I look. Every once in a while I push the envelope, you know, knowing who was out there throwing it, or, you know, this is a big run. I have to get to this third base with less than 2 outs. Or if it's 2 outs, that I'm going to push the envelope to let them know that they have to be on top of their game all the way. But the rule of baseball is obviously never make the first and third out at third. And I think I've only did that one time in my career. So I think I get the pass on that one.
There you go.
Hey, so Jimmy, I think he's been hit twice now in this game. Jimmy,
he has been.
You grew up in Wakanda, in Oakland, California, and I bring that up because, you know, Oakland is black baseball.
Yeah.
Growing up playing with so many different black ball players.
100%.
And as you climb the ladder, it becomes less and less, and particularly in today's game, it becomes less and less. We get another snatch bag right here.
Got him. Oh.
Almost dead.
Sorry, he's at third.
That kid can really
He can fly.
Oh, yeah, he can play. He can go.
Yeah. I like it. Although he's not on my team, it is impressive to watch these guys run these bases.
Yeah, it is.
Pushing the envelope.
So my point, I'll make my question real quick because so we don't run out of time, but how different is it growing up playing with a lot of black players? And we've talked about this with the HBCU guys. One guy said, man, I didn't really grow up in this environment. I had to get used to it.
Yes. And it was the complete opposite for me. When I was about 14 years old, everything switched. Up until then, everybody played baseball. If you weren't playing baseball in the summer, we're looking at you like, what are you doing other than wasting your time?
Right.
It was what it was. Baseball was rich in the Bay Area. We had the Oakland A's. We had the San Francisco Giants. But at about 14, 15, a lot of kids started playing basketball, having hoop dreams. And it's like, you're so good in baseball. Why'd you fall off? And now I'm starting to have to go play outside and travel places where now I'm the only one sometimes, but and every once in a while I'll be one of two. And you're going around seeing other teams that have no black players or one black player, and you always made that intentional visit that, let me go say what's up to them because I know what it's like. And when you come here and you see all these black kids playing baseball, it's like, man, this is just like it was when I was a kid. I came out the dugout today and all I saw was young black players on the field and throwing the ball, the movements. I'm like, this is baseball as I remembered as a kid. As you get older, unfortunately, at that time, it was going away, but we're starting to come back to the game. The athletes are starting to stay on the diamond, and I'm happy to see that.
You're not alone on that one.
No doubt. So what's it been like coming back to Philly, Jimmy? And you're just getting started.
Right.
You can't go anywhere as it is.
You know, H, the good thing is I get to come back a few times. Yeah, that's a good pitch. Oh,
that ball's way off the plate.
Oh, come on, H. It looked good from here. I get to come back a lot, but I never really come down to the to the dugout and the clubhouse. I usually stay up top and visit. And I've never had an inkling to play again, but being out here with these kids, watching their excitement, their energy, I was like, you know what, I don't want to play, but if you give me one at bat today, I'll take it.
I hear you. What about moving forward, working with kids, doing some kind of coaching, maybe working your way going with the big club or the minor leagues? Any interest in that?
No, not really.
Okay. Good honest answer.
Yeah, and individually, if they want a special assignment, or I'll give a kid my number and they give me theirs when they text or call, I stay in contact with them. I watch. I'll send them a text on what I'm seeing. Maybe just sometimes just, hey, what's going on? What are you going through? You know, tell me how you feel. Because sometimes all it is a lack of confidence, or they just need to hear somebody still believe in them.
There you go.
And when that happens, and it happened to me in minor leagues, I was told a lot of bad things about myself after winning Player of the Year. And Lee Elliott pulled me in his office and he ripped up the scouting report and told me this is not the kid that he saw. And my eyes got about as big as the moon. 2 years later, I was in the big leagues. So sometimes that's all it takes, is somebody, just to hear that somebody still believes in you.
All right, Junior's got something for you there, Jimmy.
No, but just, you know, I'm trying to talk him into imagining the Phillies for the AA team.
Don't.
And he's talking about he raising kids. I'm like,
back up third.
Get there.
Third.
Throw him out home.
Good throw.
Woo-wee.
That's a good play.
Real nice.
Aaron with the hands. I see you.
What a play. That was all the way around. That's great baseball.
H, you got to be proud of that one. That's a good play.
That's a tremendous play. Watch him catch, turn, knows where he's going. But also, did you see him look to third base, too?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That was beautiful. Good-looking player.
Yeah, but I don't know what Junior's over there talking about.
I mean, you look good in the uniform.
I appreciate it.
See, I mean, come on, man.
People
want to see you.
He's dropping the AA on you, Jimmy. I was thinking,
on top of that, AA.
That's where they send all the monsters to.
Talk about monsters.
Line drive over the head of Rodriguez, and everybody runs.
Tag.
Couple runs on the board.
This kid right here, I was talking about him earlier. He put on a show in batting practice. He's a first baseman catcher. He was the MVP of the league this year. He hammered that ball.
Yeah, he did. Junior, what you got on that?
Your left fielder didn't do much.
What you got on that, Junior?
Hit the cutoff man.
I tell you what, that was a loud barrel right there.
Yeah.
That was a loud barrel.
Hey, Jimmy, real quick, maybe we'll make a play here again. Oh, he tried to jump and throw it too soon. Well, look at it.
There it is.
Look at it. Keep your head up. Take your head up.
Jimmy, thanks for your time, man. All the best and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys having me on. Let's stay with it.
5-0 lead round right here on MLB Network. Rickie Weeks judges right now. We get the other skip. Yo, Rick, what up? How are you, man?
Man, what's a long time no here?
Yeah, you're looking good. How's this experience working for you tonight?
Oh, come on now. It's great, man. Anytime we get a chance to celebrate some HBCU baseballs, it's always good.
Hey, Ricky, not on a somber moment, we were celebrating Roger Cador.
Absolutely.
And, you were a Golden Spikes Award winner. Amongst Roger last night, you were talking with the kids and you were sharing with me as well that you didn't have offers coming out of high school, and Roger gave you a chance to play.
Absolutely, yeah. It's it's and a bittersweet. Obviously, he lived a long life and did a great job of kind of grooming young men. So for me to get a chance to go to Southern University to play baseball and to have lifelong relationships and people, and for him to kind of still stick with me throughout my career in Major League Baseball and also after, he's done a great deal in my life for sure.
Yeah, he was a big part of it. But you know what? You took the bull and ran with it, man. Golden Spikes Award winner. What was that like when you won the Golden Spikes? Because you're the only guy from the HBCU to win that award.
I don't know what to think about it. To be honest with you, I was so far into it. I'm sure you know. You playing baseball. you can't really relax too much, but at the same time, to do it at Southern University, it really means a lot to me. There's a whole lot of accolades that I probably had in my career. That was definitely up there just because it was from Southern University.
And you touched on last night when we were speaking to the players. This guy, he can swing it, man.
Hey, I'm telling you.
He's hit 2 foul balls.
At least 450 each.
There is some talent on the field. I was telling Junior earlier, the talent level has risen higher each time we show up. Dave and I have been discussing that.
Yeah. For sure. I always tell a story, when I get drafted and then you go play A-ball, I really thought that my team could have competed at the A-ball level just because of the talent that we had. Now, depth-wise, we talk about all the time about depth and pitching and things like that, but talent as far as position players, guys play baseball, and it's really good to see the guys on the grandiose stage right here.
What did the HBCU baseball do for your life? Not just baseball, but for your life.
Well, I don't hold back when I say this. I think a lot of times when you're around your own people sometimes, and because you never get a chance to. I think for a long time, my whole life, it's always been me or maybe one other black person on my team that's playing baseball, and to get a chance to kind of play with a full deck of cards, I guess you could say, out there, really means a lot to your confidence, how you carry yourself and things like that. But I'm not going to say that that is the case, but I would say pretty much why I probably stayed in the big leagues is a pretty good chance why I went to Center for Southern University for to hear myself, from the, I guess you could say, from Southern University and Roger K-Dog, hearing them in my head the whole time and just stick with everything. Okay.
Well, I think that's a journey. I know probably I share a very small example of that or similar type of role where only one.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere I've gone. So I know exactly what you're talking about, Rick.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, trailblazing is important. Both you guys, trailblazers. So, Ricky, last night, I want to draw this out of you, too. Last night you were talking with the players that, hey, I'm a realist. Yeah. Some of you, this might be your last game. Yeah. Some of you will move on. But there's other opportunities in this sport. You work for the Milwaukee Brewers now. Touch on that for a little bit for our audience.
Yes, so, and to go back to your first question about, might be your last game, I was fortunate to be around Ron Beyond for a while there in Milwaukee as a player, and he used to always come in and say, hey, you play this game like it's going to be your last, and that's always stuck with me throughout my whole career. And, just talking with the guys last night, I think that's, that kind of, kind of revisits itself to, let the guys know that this could be your last time, but guess what? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. So go out there and just playing the game the right way, playing hard, playing fast, and playing smart. That's what you want. But also too now, this side of things, all that fruition of career and playing ball, kind of set you up for your life after baseball. And now working with baseball on the Brewers side and doing baseball operations or special assistant baseball operations and scouting, really means a lot to me right now.
You guys have a heck of a team. The Yankees, we went in there early season. Collectors, I think it was a 4-game sweep. Very impressive what your organization is doing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Ricky, thanks for your time.
My man just punched out the side.
Yeah, he looked good. Good job by Kenny Fabian out of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, 5-0 AL.
It is out of here.
HBCU Swingman Classic. And we got a special guest joining us right now, the great Ryan Howard, who had a fabulous career here with the Philadelphia Phillies. Ryan, good to see you, man.
Hey, great to be here. Thank you.
Harold, I was talking to Ryan before the game, and we were talking with, who was it? I'm blanking on the name. Anyway, your former pitcher. I'm totally blanking. Anyway, you were talking about hitting the ball opposite field. You were a great home run hitter. Mm-hmm. And tell the folks what it was like. You said you wanted to go out there and get yourself a couple of Bud Lights.
We were talking to Uncle Milt.
Uncle Milt.
We were talking to Milt
Thompson.
We were talking to Milt Thompson.
I had to say, I couldn't remember his name. Milt Thompson. That was a great story. Tell it.
Yeah, Milty. So Milty used to tell me all the time, like when I got in the slumps, I was always pulling the ball. So I never really wanted to pull the ball because I knew once I started hitting it to right field, I'd be hitting it with that top spin. And so there used to be a sign in left center where my strength was, and it was a Bud Light sign. And so Milty would say, hey, don't you go over there, go get you a little Bud Light. Get you some of that Bud Light over there. So that put my focus back over in the left field and changed my field back.
And the other thing you talked about, you had a different kind of approach. You used the donut on your when you were taking BP.
I did.
I think the story for me when I think about Ryan Howard is we get a chance to look back and you can brag on yourself. But when you broke into the big leagues, they had a Hall of Famer named Jim Thome ahead of you.
Yes.
And you had to break down the wall to get in there and actually get them to move Jimmy so you could get a chance to play. So it just inspires me when I look at you that there's roadblocks in everybody's life. What was your mindset knowing I got an all-star Hall of Famer sitting here in front of me? You may only have one pitch to top.
You know what? It's funny because it all started my sophomore year in high school where it was me and another kid who were both sophomores, and we were trying out for the varsity team. And they kept him because he played third base and could pitch. We didn't really have a lot of pitchers at that time.
Yeah.
And then they sent me back down to the sophomore squad. And our sophomore coach kept it 1,000. He kept it 1,000 with me. And he looked at me, he's like, look, I know you're upset, but you got two choices. He's like, you and be mad that you're not there, or put all your energy and focus into doing what you need to do to get back up there. And I said, yeah, you're right. And so I put all my focus and my energy into doing what I needed to do to get back up on the varsity squad, and then got called up later on. In my first game when I got called up in varsity, I went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, 7 RBI, but we lost the game 8-7.
Hey, man, you know what? You're going to have to not wait around again for your time because we got to have you come back with us.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You must see a lot of that.
The HBCU Swingman Classic. And Ryan Howard is still with us. And you're going to be participating in the MLB X. Tell the folks a little bit about that coming up in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's going to be a great competition. MLB Derby X. It'll be myself, former teammates. Shane Victorino will be a captain. Jimmy Rollins will be a captain. And then we got to throw a rival in there. So Andrew Jones will represent the Braves and be a captain. So it'll be a nice little 3-on-3 competition. We're going to see what happens.
Terrell Owens is going to be there, too.
What's that?
Terrell Owens is going to be there,
T.O., I'm telling you, man, they need to start a Hall of Fame for celebrity sports because he'll be the first person on that inducted ballot, I'll tell you right now. He don't miss it.
He's incredible, man.
He don't miss it.
So, yeah, that competition, it's home runs, it's catch and fly balls, it's a little bit of everything. They got some of the women from the AUSL participating in it as well. It's a brand new event, 3-on-3 on, when is it, Sunday night?
It's on Sunday right after the Futures game.
3 p.m. It's going to be great. Okay. So don't let Ryan fool you. Because they had a couple home run derbies I've seen him in the last couple seasons. He's still swinging it.
Oh, man, I just try to run into one every once in a while.
What was it like winning that home run derby?
In 06 was amazing.
Man, can you believe that's 20 years ago?
It was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. It was amazing. First All-Star game in Pittsburgh. And the funny part about it was I never took, like in batting practice, I never hit home runs. So as you alluded to early on, right, my batting practice, my first couple rounds, I would take batting practice with the donut. And I actually got that from watching
Edgar. Yeah.
Edgar, because I was like, you know what, that makes so much sense because it made me feel the head of my bat and it would slow me down for batting practice, just to focus on my hands and focus on the head of the bat.
You know who used to say he was never a home run hitter too? Ken Griffey Jr., you got something to say to you. He used to say, I'm not a home run hitter.
I am not a home run hitter. I am a line drive hitter that just happened to go further than the wall.
630 times.
That's it.
Yeah, I didn't try to go up there and swing for the fences. No. Every now and then I had to try to tie the game up late in the game. But now, so you doing this thing on Sunday, huh?
Yes, sir. Get out there, go swing this thing, man. See what happens.
All right, let me go get the defibrillator. some icy hot Bengay.
Keep them on standby. Keep them on standby.
I'm like, oh, wow, you and Jimmy and Vic? Oh, yeah, I'm going to be here for that.
Oh, that's something. Hey, what's your message to these young men playing in this game here today?
Enjoy.
Absolutely.
You earned it. Enjoy the game. Enjoy everything about it. Talk to the guys that have done it. You know, ask all the questions. You know, don't be shy and don't ask the question, because that question that you may not ask may be the question that you need to answer to.
Ryan, what kind of questions have guys put to you?
You know what? Guys hadn't really asked so many questions. You know, if I was kind of watching batting practice and just kind of talked to a couple of guys and just really wanted to put the focus in for them to understand, like, hey, when you're working, work with a purpose. Everything that you do out here, do it with a purpose, because in the practice part of the game, that's what we're practicing for, to work with that purpose, so that in the game it just becomes second nature to you. So
yeah, I always watch these kind of events and wish I had just give me 3 days with this kid.
Yeah.
You know, you feel like you're not with them enough to be able to really impart the wisdom. But I want to ask you this, Ryan, because you're involved in a lot of things. So is Ken. We've talked about that a lot. But what's your biggest give back, do you think, to the sport right now and to these kids?
Oh man, I think the biggest give back, I mean, again, it's just trying to share as much knowledge with them as possible.
Yeah.
You know, continuing to try to keep the platforms open and keep the discussions open, and understanding how important the Negro Leagues are to the history of the game and just black baseball in general, but trying to pass the knowledge that was passed on to me.
Yeah.
You know, as a rookie coming into the league, trying to give these guys those little tidbits to where, you know, hopefully that some of these guys can get to that next level, get in them bushes that we call the minor leagues, and understand how to navigate your way up to the big leagues and be a superstar.
Tell our viewers your relationship with the Negro Leagues.
Oh man, so my man Bob Kendrick,
he's the best.
I've been going to the Negro Leagues like way before I ever made it to the big leagues, and so I would always go and pay homage to those who came before me, because without them this would never been possible for me to be able to play. So, you know, just partnering up with.
And you got a family tree with the Negro Leagues.
Yeah, right? My grandfather played. He had the opportunity to play in the Negro Leagues, but it came down to, you know, playing in the coal mine leagues and trying to go to the Negro Leagues, and he had just had my mom and my uncle. And so he's like, I can't leave the family to try to go play baseball, but so he stayed home. But apparently to my uncle, I got my baseball ability from my grandfather, because he said you either struck out or hit a home run. So I was like, all right, I'll take it. The
guy you referenced is Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro League Baseball Museum and Hall of Fame, one of the great Americans. And I was out there recently with the Yankees, and I told him, please sit down in front of 3 cameras and just talk, because you know, I want you to live forever, but you know, your legacy has to be to carry on those stories that you know and that Buck O'Neil told you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
No, exactly, and that's why it's important for us to continue to preserve the history and the legacy of the Negro League museums and Negro League baseball, and keep passing it forward so that these guys can understand where this baseball tutelage and knowledge comes from.
And the other thing, too, I found, too, in my time with the Mariners and with the Yankees, everybody in baseball needs to know that story.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Ryan, pleasure. Good to see you as always.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Good to see you. The great Ryan Howard of Philly. Boy, you posted. I'm looking at your numbers. You posted. You didn't miss many games, man. Good stuff. 5-0 American League. Cover and shop our incredible collection of black-owned brands today at MLBshop.com. Dave Sims and Harold Reynolds, along with Ken Griffey Jr. This is his baby, the Swingman Classic, and our MLB Network crew. Glad you've joined us here from Philadelphia. We've got some brightening skies coming in from the west, chasing out some ugly clouds. Thank goodness.
Yeah. You know what's also brightening is seeing all the people of color at a baseball game.
Here.
It's a sport that black people have championed for many years, and that's another reason you have an event like this. We got to get more people back into baseball, in the stands. It's a sport that's loved in our neighborhoods and needs to be a part of the culture.
What Jimmy Rollins said, we were talking to Milt Thompson and Ryan Howard before the game, and I was asking him about the number of African-American players, black American players who were playing when they played, with the 8, 9, 10 guys.
Yeah.
And now I know with the Yankees, we have 1, 2, we got like 2 or 3.
Yeah, no, when I broke into the big leagues, there was 17.
17%?
17 black players.
Wow.
On the Mariners.
Oh, and the Mariners, okay.
Yeah, when I broke in September call-up, we called guys up. We had 17 on the roster at one time. Yeah. And that was the biggest difference. If you guys want to come on in, you come on in. We got some of the broadcasters here from the HBCU sitting in the booth behind us, checking out the game and how Dave works. They say, look at mine. Don't look at my mess.
And this is a lot different because pinch hitter Thomas Ely is at the plate right now. This isn't my standard keeping each pitch and each score because this is a...
You never know who's coming up in this game.
Well, it's a different kind of broadcast, too. I mean, we're welcoming in notable people to talk about a cause, and it's a great opportunity for these young guys swinging the bat and being a beautiful ballpark like the Bank here in Philly.
I think Thomas Ely has huge upside.
You pointed him out during warm-ups. Watching him going back to catch, that's a nasty pitch right there.
Nasty pitch.
But you like the way he moved out in the outfield and is throwing it.
Yeah, and it's just got that body is going to grow, get stronger, and there's this huge upside and opportunity.
There's Jaden Israel.
So after the first inning, we've kind of settled in. Pitching's throwing a lot more strikes, and the game's a lot more crisp. And the players have settled in. They're relaxing now. It looks like they're starting to play a little bit more within their rhythm and who they are.
We saw the second baseman, KJ Waite, make a couple of really nice plays defensively. Change up running away.
So, Dave, this is the 4th time. I remember Seattle came out with a bang. We had the bands and everybody was dancing in the stands. It was incredible, and it was a great way to kick this off and get it rolling. But
had a very good turnout in Seattle.
And I was a little concerned about the turnout tonight, but they've come out.
Yeah.
As the game got going, people were showing up.
Jackson McKenzie coming up.
I tell you, pitchers are on. This is a beautiful breaking ball, too. That's actually a little back door. It didn't break back where it was supposed to.
American League got their runs, 3 in the first and 2 in the third. This young man.
We all right? We're doing okay? They're giving us thumbs up, Dave, like we're doing pretty good behind them. Hopefully at home you guys think we're doing all right, too.
Good pitch right there.
Well, the hardest pitch to hit in these kind of games is off speed because you haven't seen the pitcher that much. And so to gauge that, this guy's changeup is electric.
Anthony Mateo on the mound.
I love Jackson McKenzie, too. You know, you look at him and go, hold it, what's he doing in HBCU? You know, opportunity to play and be around a different group of kids. And that's the beauty of the sport and the beauty of the campus. And he's excited to be here, and rightfully so. He's deserved his right to come here. But he got an opportunity to find a place to go play ball.
2-2 pitch.
And grow up as a young man.
Nice job by the first baseman down there to make the play. Smothers that, and that'll do it for this frame. 5-0 lead for the American League. $5-0 American League, bottom 5 here in Philly at Citizens Bank Park. We're talking about historically black colleges and universities. Look at these awesome Hall of Fame, outstanding players, many of them in their Halls of Fame. Tommy Agee, Lou Brock, Vince Coleman, Cecil Cooper, Andre Dawson, the great Larry Doby, Marquise Grissom, Monty Irvin. Football, are you kidding? Look at this. Mel Blount, Bob Hayes, Deacon Jones. Wow. And one of the guys on the list, the Hawk, Andre Dawson, Hawk Dave Simpson, Harold Reynolds. So good to see you again, my man, for this event. This is absolutely wonderful to watch you and everybody interacting with these kids. How are you enjoying tonight's game? What do you see tonight? What do you like?
Well, it's good to see the guys come out and put on a competitive performance. I'm over here in the National League dugout, and we're a little bit slow, but, you know, we got a lot of time left. And it's been a joy for me to just, you know, chatter with them, a lot of interesting questions. And for me, it's, you know, this is the third year. See the event itself continue to grow. That's so enjoyable to see.
Yes, indeed. What kind of questions have you heard from these young men?
One individual about an approach as a leadoff hitter, and another individual was questioning about what's your process, what are you thinking prior to an at bat, and what is your approach? Is it different from each at bat, each different pitcher? And I just try to get them to understand, have a game plan, and stick with your game plan. Be a student, know the guy's makeup, what he's doing, how he's getting other individuals out, and you know, just be mindful of that and take that with you to the plate when you are thinking about approach.
Hey, Andre, I heard you were in the National League dugout, so I'm wondering, when you were towards the end of your career, I played against you when you were in the American League. But how does Andre Dawson look back at his career and see himself, American Leaguer or National League? I already know the answer.
Oh, come on, Harold. You know what? I'm a National Leaguer. I enjoyed the American League. I thought the games were a little bit too long. It took some getting used to the different ballparks around the league. The pitching was a little bit different from what, you know, I anticipated coming over to the American League. But I always looked at myself as a national leaguer.
So, Andre, the amazing thing, they don't do it as much today as they did back in the day. And I'm looking at this, and you turned 72 today. Today's your birthday?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Hawk.
Arrow. Hawk 8, Hawk 9 times 4. What does that equal? 72.
Unbelievable, man.
Good for you, man. Looking good.
So take me back to Andre Dawson at 17 years old. You're trying to figure out where you're going to college and what you're going to do. What was going on in Andre's head back then? Well, 80 years ago.
Yeah. No. I was coming off of knee surgery, so obviously there were no scholarship offers. And I was a walk-on at Florida A&M University. I tried out for the baseball team. I made the baseball team. As a freshman, made the starting lineup, and I was eventually given a scholarship. So all along, it was just, you know, from a kid growing up, I had a vision of one day being a professional baseball player. That's a far and remote dream, but I just tried to set my sights in that direction. And there was a lot of luck, a lot of blessings along the way, but I was raised and taught to dream big, to believe in your talent, your ability, whatever that may be, and just keep putting one foot in front of the other one, and don't let anyone tell you that something can't be achieved.
Well, you did a heck of a job with that 8-time All-Star, everybody. Andre Dawson, the numbers are outstanding. 21 years, 11 with Montreal, 6 with the Cubs, 2 with Boston, 2 with Florida. And you led the league in hits, ones, home runs, and RBIs. You're MVP. I mean, that's a great career.
Yeah, amazing career. Hey, Andre, I was going to ask you, sorry to cut Dave off on that. When did you start to put on your man muscles? Were you a tall, skinny kid when you're back in your first freshman year and sophomore year in college?
Well, you know, my nickname was Pudgy. I don't know why. I was never really a fat kid. And I had that lean structure. I was only 170 pounds in college, and I once, you know, go as far as to say when I started to develop more physically, but when I retired, I was only 196. And my first 10 years, I only did push-ups and sit-ups. I did weights when I eventually went to Chicago, and I only did that because I wanted to fit in with the program according to the strength and conditioning guy.
Push-ups and sit-ups. That was it.
Push-ups and sit-ups.
That's what Herschel Walker did.
Yeah.
I do.
I used to try to look like you when I was younger. No wonder I didn't get there. I wasn't doing my push-ups and sit-ups.
Well, you weren't quite as tall as me either, so you still had a little growing to do, Harold.
Hey, Hawk, thank you so much. Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday, Hawk.
Thank you,
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right,
The great Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer, joining us here in Philadelphia. 5-0 American League. At the 2026 All-Star Red Carpet Show. Join Greg Amsinger, Harold Reynolds, Lauren Shahadi between the ropes for exclusive interviews with all your favorite players. The 2026 All-Star Red Carpet Show Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern only on MLB Network. Emily Heidel standing by with a special guest.
Yes, I do have a special guest. We're here with Jacoby Radcliffe of Southern University. We saw a little bit earlier that you were chatting with Ken Griffey Jr. What were y'all talking about?
We were talking about when I was facing my teammate Miles Dismute, how he threw me a first pitch slider, and I thought it was like common grounds to throw me a first pitch heater just because we friends and we went to the same school. And he was just telling me, he was like, you seen what you did all year. He wasn't going to let you start the game off 1-0, and I was like, okay, I understand.
Well, you have 2 stolen bases on your fellow Jaguar. Do you have no mercy for your teammates?
In between the lines, no. No, we, if you're on the opposing team, we enemies in between the lines. But after the game, he's still one of my best friends, so.
Right. You guys have a deep family tie to black baseball. Your great uncle, he is the legendary Ted Double Duty Radcliffe, and you and your brother have both played at HBCUs. Why is it important for you to continue on this legacy?
It's important to continue this legacy because our last name means a lot in the baseball world. You know, in high school, I was bound to just play baseball more than any other sport, and I'm just blessed to be born into a last name like that. So I'm forever grateful for that.
We have to mention the tribute to the late, great Roger Cador. What was the relationship you had with him like?
The relationship was good. You know, he was a mentor. He always checked in on me and my brother when my brother went to school with me. He always would crack a joke. But Coach Cador, he was a great person, a wonderful soul. May God rest his soul.
All right, thank you, Jacoby. Good luck the rest of the game.
And Emily, thank you very much. I love it. Related to the great Ted Double Duty Radcliffe. They don't make nicknames like they used to.
No, they sure don't. That's one of the best.
James T. Cool Papa Bell, still my favorite.
I mean, unbelievable. And the flair. We talk about swag a lot today. That's the thing kids talk about. But it's the coolness. I'll tell you what, this kid at second base, JT Taylor, he had some really good swings. I know he struck out. But there's some guys that just, well, he's not him anymore, but there's some guys really turning an opportunity into a great showing.
On the mound right now for the National League, Caleb Granger, right-hander from Florida A&M. Grad student, he's out of Tallahassee.
You got me thinking about nicknames now. Hey, Junior Griffey, what are some of your nicknames, favorite names you said that you like hearing about?
Jalen Lucky, the hitter, Junior down there.
He's lurking. I don't know where he went, but I saw him earlier. Oh, he's in the other dugout. He's talking to somebody in the stands. He's not listening to me right now.
Caleb Granger outside here, 2-0.
But it was the stories too. Those are the things that last. You know, whether it was Satchel Paige telling all his stories or whoever. Those are the great things to pass on.
Buck O'Neil.
Oh, yeah.
I think of Mr. O'Neil all the time when we start talking about this type of.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Buck O'Neil. Junior, you spent some time with Buck, right?
Yeah, I spent quite a few days with Buck. One of the most unbelievable storytellers of all time.
Agreed.
Amazing.
And he knew everybody, seemed like in his generation.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I actually told him, I said, look, the only way I'm going to visit the Negro League Museum is if you come get me. He literally picked me up at the hotel and drove me.
and he
spent 3 hours with him.
And I'll tell you what, he was driving that big old caddy he had when he was 86.
Yes.
He'd come wheeling around the corner and come take you to lunch, to the Negro League Museum, you name it. He was incredible.
Like, it was mind-boggling because, it was the first time that I've ever been in, like, a major museum,
Right.
And I was just sitting there, and he had the stories of this person, that person, Josh Gibson, you name it. He had it. Cool Papa Bell. The list goes on. And I was just sitting there with my mouth open for like 2.5 hours going, huh?
and he finished with,
And then the funny part is, and then he goes, there's a quiz at the end. I was like, well, I'm going to tell you right now. I failed that one because,
that ball smoked.
The information is unbelievable. But, what's really mind-boggling about the whole thing is that I can't tell you how many Hall of Fame people that passed away and he did their speeches for him.
Right.
Before he got in.
Yeah, it was crazy. Incredible life and impact. Hey, Junior, I asked Andre Dawson this question. I said, how did you see yourself? You played in both leagues, and you played in both leagues for a long period of time. Did you see yourself as an American League player or a National Leaguer? Andre said he was a National League guy. You? I think I have a feeling, but what do you think?
I think by the time that I went to the National League, it was so many guys have changed leagues, so it wasn't really National League, American League.
Right.
You hear the stories that you're going to get a lot of fastballs. Well, I ain't get a whole lot of fastballs.
Yeah, it changed. It used to be the National League, it's 3-1, here comes a heater.
Yeah, no. No, I didn't have that. So, it's an adjustment. I mean, because, my dad came from the National League, and he was like, man, they throw a lot of breaking balls over here.
Yeah, they do. The American League.
Yeah, and when I got to the National League, they throw them all breaking balls.
And today, they don't even want to throw the heater. They throw 100 miles an hour, and they're telling guys to throw breaking balls.
Well, they're trying to trick people.
Yep, unnecessarily. So you're having fun, Junior. Tell us how we're in the top of the 6th. How's it going?
It's good. I mean, kids are asking a bunch of questions. We're having a lot of fun. The biggest question is hitting, on the approach of hitting if you go through a slump. And I tell people all the time,
got him.
There's no such thing as a slump. If you're hitting the ball, there's 7 other guys that are trying to make a play. It's when you strike out a bunch, that's a slump because you're not seeing it.
And boy, we're seeing a lot of strikeouts in the major leagues these days, and it's a great move, good tag, and no doubt about it at first base. We continue on from Philadelphia after this timeout, 5-0 AL.
Nothing's more American than going big on small.
Oh, my mom!
At the low price of $47.99 through July 12. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Thanks for joining us, everybody, here in Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Park, home of the Fighting Phils. 4th annual HBCU Swingman Classic. Dave Sims, Harold Reynolds, and company. Emily Heidel down on the sideline, and our MLB Network crew. And it's been a fun night here, and a good turnout.
It is. Really good turnout, fun game. Guys are swinging it.
Hit down the line. That is a foul ball, not by much.
Yeah. Swinging at that first pitch. Not waiting around.
Aaron Grant. He got Justin Mays' attention. Justin, a new pitcher out of Texas Southern.
Wow, it couldn't get much closer. Ball barely missed foul. So we were talking during the break about just fashion, styles, hairdos, and Dave started going into sideburns, Junior. So Dave, I'll let you. I won't steal your thunder.
You know what happened, Junior? I was just checking. I was checking on one thing. I wanted to see about Senior, how long he played, and I saw the picture that they have, and I said Senior
with like 7 strikes.
I said Senior and Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson.
You know, but like I said, I wasn't hitting anybody. I'm on the on-deck circle.
He's talking down there.
At the Kingdom, there's about this many people.
We'll get back to that in a second.
Oh, let's listen in on his story.
Here's the 0-2 bounced up there.
Ken will tell some stories, man. So funny. And I've known him his whole adult life.
Right, because you were already in the league. How many years when he came to the Mariners?
I was in the league for 5 years at that time when he came in. Right. So, yeah, it was fun to watch him grow up, but to see him now, the man he's become, the father, the husband, the ambassador.
Yep.
To carry that torch. At 19, he was the most popular player in the sport. And this was before internet. This was before it could be manufactured. Popularity was not manufactured back in the 80s and 90s. You had to earn that. Michael Jordan's wasn't manufactured. It was because of greatness. And the same thing with Junior.
Here's Ryan Hunter.
Yeah, Ryan Hunter here at Nice AB. And, so that was really because of all the different things he went through. Autographs, conversations, but performance was off the charts.
And then he put out a video game, and there are guys who just recently retired. I know when I first started doing games out in Seattle with the Mariners, and you'd ask a guy, who was your guy growing up? Ken Griffey Jr. for like a generation.
Yeah.
All the runs scored early in this ball game. American League, 3 runs in the first, 2 in the third.
Another good-looking kid, Ryan Hunter here. I'd love to see him get into one. He had a really nice BP. Great power. Look how strong he is. I like the freedom of his hands.
6'2", 220 out of Southern University. Oof. One after high heat.
Yeah, he let it go. Look, I guess if you're going to play, I'm letting it fly. What he's doing is just trying to get his hands going. You see this little bat waggle he gets at the beginning.
2-2, is able to check his swing.
He's changing it with 2 strikes. But we'll see what he does 3-2. He's choking up, trying to put that ball in play.
Let's see if he can do that. Choking up on the bat a couple inches, swing and a miss.
Got him.
I do like the fact that we just witnessed somebody do that. You don't see that every night.
No, you don't. You don't catch that very often. But he's trying to put that ball in play, make things happen. That's the other thing, is that you got so many other tools.
Mm-hmm.
He can run, he can get on, steal a bag, move, do different things. So there is a benefit to putting the ball in play for certain people.
There's Canosius Davis out of Alcorn State. Freshman out of Atlanta.
Bright future for this young man. XBL Canosius.
0-1 here.
There you go.
Hit the other way, but right to the second baseman. And that will do it for the National League. They're still on the short end as we go to the 7th inning. Well, the hardest working man in show business, Roy Wood Jr., really on the road at Bethune-Cookman. Going around to see what's what with these 2 baseball programs at Bethune-Cookman. He was there for a while, and then he jumped into Delaware State and had a successful moment playing hacky sack, and then he was glad to get his 2 feet back on the ground after this excerpt right here.
You a brave man.
Roy Wood Jr., one of the great comedians and actors in the business. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all, man. 4th time out here at the Swingman, and starting to get the hang of walking around in this heat.
You working, man. You came up here huffing and puffing. You're down there in between innings.
Yeah,
orchestrating the fans.
Yeah, man. They got the Divine Nine fraternities and sororities doing their thing between each inning, so you want to introduce them, show love to them as well. But I'll say that to go to these colleges over the last 2 years and see these kids hustling and grinding in their regular season games, and then to see the ones that got selected here and having an opportunity to shine. I sat at Southern University and played spades with KJ White. So, yeah, I'm happy to see that brother out there running around the bases. I think he stole 2.
He did.
But 2 in an error. I think that one of them gave a throw in error. But, yeah, it's good to see these kids out here shining, man. Absolutely.
Roy was in Portland, Oregon about a year or so ago, and my brother Don went to his show. And he called me up. He's like, man, I went and saw this Roy Wood Jr. guy. That's the funniest dude I've ever seen in my life. And he's like, you know him? I'm like, yeah, I know Roy, man. I hang out with Roy. So I throw that out there because we see you doing all the HBCU stuff. We see you doing all the things here, meeting with the kids, talking to coaches. You're at baseball games. But your real job is a comedian. And I'm wondering, how hard is that? Do people come up to you like I do you, expect you to make me laugh all the time?
Give me a joke, give me a joke, give me a joke right now. It happens not as often as it used to. But, you know, it comes with the job, man. You know, anybody that recognizes me in the glut of, I heard a statistic. They say it's more stuff getting uploaded to the internet every day than a human could watch in their entire life.
Oh, I believe that.
So if anybody can walk up to me, even these fans down here, whether you know me from a prank call or CNN or doing stuff with you on MLB Central, I'm grateful.
Yeah,
I'm grateful
absolutely.
and thankful, and I'm just happy that, you know, God gave me an opportunity to be able to take my love for baseball and still apply it to baseball, because Lord knows I did not have the ability.
What position did you play?
I played bench, Dave. I played bench sometimes, and if the game was a blowout, I got to step in there on first base. You know what it was? You just don't know what you don't know when you're young, and I'm the father of two. I'm the child of two educators. My father educated, my mom was educated. They not driving me around to summer ball and winter ball. They ain't got the time. My mama trying to get a second degree. So the skills needed to be able to fine tune that, I was never going to be what these kids have an opportunity to be out here. But to be able to use my gift of journalism I got from FAMU and apply it in any shape, form, or fashion to bring light to these kids and what they do, that's what I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
What was your message to these guys?
You know, I told these guys that, you know, whether today is your last game or not, you have to love it and take the lesson that you learned from baseball, and that you fail and then you make the adjustments. Foul ball.
You ever get hit by a pitch, Roy?
Yeah, I got hit Ramsey versus Inslee. I'm naming it like the people, like the folks know.
Ramsey High.
Yeah, y'all know Ramsey High School, 5A, Birmingham City School. I got hit so hard. It was a check swing slider, came inside, hit me so hard it hit the bone. Everybody thought I bunted. I took off the first. Got thrown out, and it wasn't until I got back in the dugout I could see the seams of the ball in my wrist, and I'm like, man, I should have said something.
That's a heck of a story.
But you know what it was, Dave? I was so happy that I half swing and I made contact. I was just like, hey, whether it's bone or bat, take off. It may not happen for you again, Roy.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's right, man. But it's been fun to watch.
How's your latest endeavor, your CNN show?
Yeah,
how's that going?
I got news for you? Yeah, we're back in September for a new season.
Well, that's a big pop-up right there.
Our government doesn't give you enough material, does it, for that show?
Oh, they do. They do. I mean, there's always going to be some conflict and drama in the world. As long as there is, regardless who in office, you're going to have a chance to make fun of it.
Oh, yeah, it's too funny. Hey, you talked about your journalism degree from FAMU. What did you learn in school, and what was the advantage of going to FAMU?
I tell everybody, it's actually the same thing it's the same answer that a lot of the non-black players here tonight who play for these black colleges gave me when I asked them the same thing, and it was about community. And it was something that they were unaware of that existed in that HBCU culture. You know, my mother went to Florida A&M. My father graduated from Morehouse and became a professor at FAMU. So by the time I got there, I literally... The dean of my journalism department was the man who introduced my parents to each other.
Wow.
On their first date.
He saw you coming.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So to be able to be down there and have people that care about you, and the comparison I've always given about black colleges, and I can't talk about any other type of college because I haven't been, but when I went to FAMU, I always felt like the professors always saw me and treated me for what I could become. They never treated me for who I was in that current life, and that's a very important thing to have as a child, especially when my pops died when I was 16. So you're kind of adrift a little bit in terms of fatherhood and manhood and leadership. And I had a lot of dope professors down there that looked out, you know. To the gap, well, they got through.
Some good offense. This has been a fun night. It started off a little shaky. I thought we were going to be here a long, long time. It started settling in.
Well, you had 3 straight walks in the first year.
I think we talk so much about baseball, and rightfully so. We're a baseball broadcast. But it does say student athlete. And a lot of these kids are getting these educations that would not otherwise get the opportunity. We're saying, oh, they didn't get drafted in their junior year. That means they went back to college and they finished. And, you know, that's something to be said about that.
That's a standing applause note.
Yeah.
Oh.
Little slicing. And that's a young man from Philly, Santino Harwood.
I was waiting for him to go to second on that. Good job, Santana.
Well, you know, the thing that I found interesting that I hadn't even considered because I didn't play college sports. You know, I was talking with Pedro Swan, the coach of Delaware State. He's down there somewhere on the first base side with Griffey and them. And we got to talking about how the fact that baseball student athletes miss the most days of class because they play of any varsity sport at the school. By volume, they are gone from the campus the most. And so to be a student athlete and get that degree, you have to have a high degree of intellect and a high degree of discipline.
Yep, and perseverance for sure. Now here's the ride you took down in Delaware State, not too far down the road from Philly here. Look at you climbing it. For your old-timers out there, it looks like Sky King.
So
but
who's
that's
flying you, Dave?
So that's Wesley White, one of the flight instructors. Fun fact about Delaware State, they have the largest aviation program in all of black colleges, and Delaware State was the origin of the Red Tails. Before Tuskegee became the training ground for World War II pilots, Delaware State was the location. Weather was too bad on a regular basis, and the war started churning. We need to churn pilots faster. We need to train them in a place with better weather, and that's when the Red Tail program left Delaware State and went to Tuskegee, Alabama. But as a tribute to the Red Tails, every training plane at Delaware State has a Red Tail as tribute. Every single student that graduates from that aviation program, they have a 100% placement rate. If you get a degree in aviation from Delaware State, you're going to be flying probably a United jet, because that's one of their pipeline companies that comes in and hires out of that school.
That is the best fact I've heard all day. That's tremendous.
Wow. And that's what they're all about there, is just encouraging those students and giving them a chance. And flight school is expensive.
I can only imagine.
So to have an opportunity to go to a school that can make that affordable, and you come out with a a pilot's license? I almost said a flight degree.
It may as well be. But yeah, you get a pilot's license out of that thing, or an opportunity to get a pilot's license. Did you ever have an inclination to want to hop in the plane and fly it?
Did you see me in that video? Did you see how nervous I was?
He was a wreck.
It's a third hit in a row, guys. They're taking a left to the left field.
And the Thomas Ely with the base knock, the guy you like.
Yeah.
Tall, thin guy. Good-looking player.
What are you all looking for? Like, Harold, what do you think the scouts are looking for? So when I went to the Swingman Classic, another thing that I had that was a very fun part of being a part of the Swingman and touring these schools is sitting with the scouts for the most part. And they could see
all the time.
They could see a kid do something as simple as turn their hips the wrong way on the pursuit of a fly ball that's going over their head, and they go, I should have turned it. And they see it immediately. How quick can you see or not see something in a kid? Like, what, you have a keen eye. Both of you have a keen eye for the game.
Well, you see it real quick. I think
So it's not, as a layman, is it about base hits and line scores and all of that?
That all helps, but it's projectability. Like the kid on first base, Thomas Early. Look at him run. Woo! Big old lanky strides. He's got this body. You can sit there and see Darryl Strawberry in him, and you can see him grow into that body. He's a second base. I mean, you look in here, and so that's what you look at. You also watch him work. You watch his swing. Those things. But here's the sad commentary. I'm just being frank. That I remember talking with Commissioner Manfred about this a few years ago during COVID, and it's one of the reasons the baseball's changing a lot. I don't want to take full credit for this, but I hope my conversation with him, he does listen. I said, hey, I can go to a basketball game at Rucker Park, and some kid can jump out of the gym. I pick up the phone, I call Coach K. Man, I saw this kid. Unbelievable.
Send him down to
He said, thank you, Harold. I'll have him at my camp this summer. And I can sit here and I can go down the street and some kid reaches back and throws a football 80 yards. I call Nick Saban. Nick, this is when they're both coaching, Coach K and Saban. And I go, Hey, I saw this kid, man, unbelievable arm. Reminds me of Tom Brady. Oh, I have him at my camp this summer.
Yeah, send a video.
I can walk a block later and see a kid hit a ball 400 feet. And I can call a GM in Major League Baseball, and they say, what was his exit velocity, Harold? Did you get it?
Wow. What was the velo? What was the angle?
That's the problem. And that's the problem we have in our sport. We're so caught up in those things. Those things are to help you, not to sit there. You want to see talent. You can see talent.
Hey, eye test.
And those things verify it.
Item 1, eye test. I mean, you're looking at it, you can tell.
So a lot of these kids, the reason you got to have these opportunities is not every major school has metrics. That's why you will see the draft tomorrow that I'm doing. You're going to hear a name from Texas A&M. You're going to hear a name from Georgia. You're going to hear a name from UCLA. Why? Because those kids have those labs, and the teams can look at their data. But a kid from Southern, Rickie Weeks, would not get drafted today.
Because the stadium may not even have the equipment.
Doesn't have
to even track.
Doesn't have it. And so Rickie Weeks' parents can't send him to Jupiter or Perfect Game, and he gets measured, and everybody don't know who he is. That's why you got to have these games. That's why you got to have all the things Major League Baseball is doing, because the front offices have to have the information. And not the scout. The front office has to have it.
So then you're saying analytics has ruined the idea of scouting becoming the ability to find the diamond in the rough, that someone that just 100%. Gives you the right feeling.
100%.
And there's no reversion back to that. There's no feeling that we're missing one.
The winning teams, the Dodgers, the teams that are winning at the top, I don't even need to name them. They do both. The Dodgers got 15 former general managers sitting up there with Andrew Friedman. You know, oh, you got fired? Come work for me. Come work for me. And he applies to everybody, everything. And that's why their farm system's stacked. Their big league team is loaded. And they take a project that somebody said he couldn't deliver. This guy doesn't throw enough strikes. And next thing you know, he's in L.A. playing in a World Series. And they're not the only ones. Tampa does it. A lot of teams are doing it. And you're starting to see where these athletes are starting to show up and people are working with them. But you got to get guys in the organization that are willing to do both. The Milwaukee Brewers might be the best at it right now.
And taking a chance on someone that doesn't have all the metrics.
They are going, and that's why the Latin players are dominating. The ones who have the best academies are bringing them in.
The Caribbean and
yeah. But if you look at Cheerio, kid that just got called up, Lava. You look at the Brewers, all these guys that are coming in. These are the things that are happening. Yeah. Laura, I said Lava, Laura. But you start looking at these teams, that's what they're doing. They're able to mix it. So, Mizorowski was at the Combine a few years ago, and people thought, he throws hard, but he didn't throw enough strikes. They passed on him.
As if he couldn't.
He's the best pitcher in the big leagues now.
Cy Young candidate.
Yeah, the Brewers said, we'll take it. You know, those are the things that have to happen in our sport if we really want to get back to the biggest part.
Now, let me ask another ignorant layman question, but do the Latin facilities and those camps and those places...
Yeah, they have it.
They have all of those metrics.
But they also have...
devices that the black colleges don't.
They also have a Fernando Tatis Sr. Teaching hitting. You know, and they have all these former Latin players coaching in the academies.
Yeah,
we got a guy from Harvard who studied math telling you what the metric means. Seriously. I mean, I'm not just knocking that. That's factual.
I hear it all over baseball for sure.
And so we got to balance it, and that's the thing that's got to happen. There's too many ball players that we see on the field every day today that are not involved in Major League Baseball, that are not involved in minor league baseball and pro baseball.
And haven't had an eye for it ever.
No.
Because they haven't been around it long enough to.
Yeah, and and we have too many former players that have too much to see, say, help. I mean, you look down there today. All these guys are grabbing kids aside and saying, hey, let me help you with this, let me help you with that.
And not only junior, you had Lenny Webster down there, Ryan Howard, who was up here.
Kenny Lofton came up to me drooling about a couple of those players. Man, if I could just take him to the cage, I can help him.
Take him to the cage.
Roger
Davis was down there, too.
Yeah, Roger, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing, and when you start looking at the funding of HBCUs as well, especially with baseball programs, it becomes more and more difficult because you're competing with the NIL now in terms of recruiting the best players.
I mean, I always use it this way, guys, and I don't want to sound like the old man on the lawn, but that's okay. But if I walked into IBM right now and said, "Hey, your data is wrong and your algorithms are off," they look at me like, "What? What do you know?" And that's what's happening in baseball.
Where the IBM employee is coming into the baseball.
Coming and telling a kid, "Your swing rate is off. Thank you. How do I fix it?"
Well, I don't know. I know numbers.
Exactly.
Oh, look out.
So as a result, we're sending major league teams are sending guys to hitting academies to learn how to hit. And who are they going to? A bunch of former players who are trying to make money for a living. Why are they not in your organization and just teaching it the proper way?
Can players get better for the kids that are listening who don't have the opportunity to play year-round? What can they do to stay sharp? Because, you know, baseball is one of those things, it's habitual. You got to do it on a regular basis. I wouldn't imagine, Harold, you probably never took more than a month off.
Well, I played every sport growing up. I played baseball,
one of the keys.
Baseball. We'll get into that when we come back. We'll dive into it.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent. Images of yesteryear, indeed. Wow, look at the mask. The umpire's mask, and a lot different from the cage and the hockey mask that we use these days. Dave Sims, Harold Reynolds, Roy Rich Jr. joining us. Person having a good time.
Yeah, they're having a blast out there, man. A lot of kids out there today. There's a young kid on that drum line, too. Look like he's about 8 holding that big old bass drum.
You ever played a drum? You ever played the instruments?
No, man. I played the flute for 2 weeks in the 4th grade and had to walk home through the hood.
Oh, boy.
I said, all right, let's wrap it up. I wanted to play the trumpet, but the trumpets was out of band. So I tried to play soccer for a minute. Almost got bullied for that. Had to dribble it. Act like I couldn't afford a basketball.
Swing and miss by Byron Robinson.
Oh, God. Whatever it takes. So you say cross-training and preparedness as an athlete.
You know, even Ken Griffey Jr., who we'll bring into this conversation, you know, he played football in high school at Moeller.
Yeah.
Outstanding at wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know, and we didn't play baseball all year round.
No, I didn't.
So, Junior, what's happening? What do you think about this conversation?
I didn't play baseball all year round.
No. Tell me your little story. You played football, right?
I played football, and that was it. You know, it was football and baseball. I just felt that I didn't want to run track because it interfered with my baseball season. And I couldn't play basketball because it was interfering with football. So I picked football and baseball so they wouldn't interfere with each other. I know that a lot of players, a lot of kids play multiple sports and coaches, but I went to a big-time high school football school.
Well, you went to Moeller in Cincinnati. This is national power.
And they were like, nah, you can't be playing all these sports.
So, Junior, I have kids playing right now. I'll hit a mile foul.
That's a big league.
Who I rest them. I don't let them play all year round. You have to rest and recover.
No, but if you look at it, like it's really like cross-training. You know, your toughness in football helps you in basketball. Your footwork in basketball will help you in baseball. So I don't mind, you know, kids playing multiple sports because it does help. I mean, because you're also training your body to do different movements because you're not going to do the same movement in football that you are in basketball and vice versa in baseball.
So in this day and age, the question on the table by Roy was, how do you stay sharp? In this day and age, how do kids stay sharp?
Are they doing themselves a disservice by playing ball year-round? Are you better off trying to take the break if you can't play year-round?
No, I think that you still got to train. I mean, like I said, I mean, you know, right after baseball season was football season. I didn't use the same muscles in baseball when I got to football. And so, you know, you look at a guy who's developed on one side of his body because that's all he's done. You know, he's going to break down. Because he's going to get bigger and stronger on that one side, and that other side won't develop, and then it's going to take him a while.
That's like Dave. Dave be lifting them weights, man. You can see he got arms yoked, legs skinny.
I'm better yoked now than I was when I was in high school. Junior, you know, I was talking to a friend the other day, and he was telling me a story about a company. Ooh, that's it. That's going to stay in the yard. A 9-year-old playing baseball, travel team, and playing like 60, 70 games and hardly any break.
No.
And I mean, 9 years old.
But that's the state of the game, because the parents think that their kids are going to be the next, you know,
Mike Trout.
Yeah. And you know, they're not letting these kids develop and enjoy being a kid.
There you go.
They're going to all these guys that, like you said earlier, never played the game, that are teaching kids how to hit because they read a book. You know, I want somebody who's been in the fire. You know, I want somebody who is telling me, you know, what's right, what's wrong, who's been there. I don't want somebody that's never been there going, hey, Ken, I understand, but this is what we do here.
Ken was real frank last night with the kids. It was fun. We had a great opportunity. I'm calling them kids, young men. We got a chance to talk to them. And one of the things that Junior was saying was like, he's looking at the baseball card. Man, you can't tell me nothing. You hit 200.
I mean, you're looking at somebody who hit 200 talking about, I need you to hit, I need you to do this.
Yeah, I got you. Roy Wood, pleasure as always, my man. Good to see you.
All the best. Roy. I'll see y'all next year, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Indeed.
We go to the 8th inning here in Philly. Welcome back to Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Park, 4th annual HBCU Swingman Classic. Dave Sims with Harold Reynolds and Emily Heidel and our MLB Network team. And the American League playing the National League. This is the American League. Ethan Blakeney, young man of Norfolk State University, 6 foot 175, a junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And Norfolk State this past season, just completed a couple of months ago, a 20-31 record. The HBCU national champion turned out to be Alabama State. They went 34-23 with Bethune-Cookman at second at 38-20.
This dude right here,
he can swing it.
When he comes to the plate, he look like he can hit. There's some guys that just look like they can hit. Like, don't throw the ball in here.
If you're first baseman, in this case, a left-handed hitter, you want to give yourself plenty of ground.
Absolutely. And he's doing just that.
Yeah.
He's playing back of the dirt.
Donovan Hill out of Southern University, 6 foot 235, a graduate student from Davie, Florida. All the runs were scored, well, 5 of the 6 runs scored early, 3 in the first and 2 in the third for the American League.
I was looking at some of the averages and statistics for a lot of the guys here in this game, and then you get a chance to see them in person, and you just wonder, as good as they swing the bat, why are the numbers not better? Especially with the aluminum bat.
Well, and that's one of the things I want to ask you. The drop-off, you go from aluminum to wood in this event, it's got to be startling for some guys, right? I mean, because, boy, you can get jammed with an aluminum bat and hit it out. Here, it's a 7 in the scorecard.
Oh, yeah. It's a big difference. You got to be strong with your hands with wood. I'm wondering what Junior felt like when he went from aluminum to wood. We're going down to Emily. We'll ask Ken later.
Absolutely. Emily, what do you have for us?
All right, guys, I'm here with Caleb Granger from FAMU. How do you feel about your performance on the mound a few innings ago?
You know, I had a great time. I just wanted to go out there and throw strikes, so I really just attacked with a fastball for the most part. Threw one off speed to my buddy Jay. Sadly, I didn't get to finish that at bat because someone decided they wanted to get a big lead, so I had to play the game and throw them out. But Outside of that, I had a great time. If this is how I get to go out, I'm happy with it. You know, I mean, I had a great career, so this was a good time to end it. If I do, who knows? But if it is, it is.
Well, hopefully it's not. And to let people know, 2 seasons ago, you were here at the Swingman Classic. You had Tommy John surgery last season, and now you're back here. What's that journey been like, and how does it feel to finally be back?
You know, it's tough. I mean, I won Pitcher of the Year that year I came here, and I had a great year. And then one played summer ball, came here, one played summer ball, and then after that, I had another great year. Like I had a really good stretch of innings, and then I blew out my arm, and then going from there, like I mean, it takes a toll. You know, like I mean, you're built up. You think you're gonna have a great career and extend it past college, and then you throw your arm out, and you're like, now what's next? And then coming in and putting in the work, I got with my trainers, got with PT, got everything situated, and I worked hard to get through. And it was a tough journey, but we got to where I needed to be, to where I could throw the most innings of my career, have the most strikeouts of my career, and throw the hardest of my career. So I was really happy, and then get back to where I was 2 years ago before surgery.
Well, we're happy to have you back. Congratulations.
Caleb Granger, that's a dramatic story, and that's a good fight, some perseverance, and mental toughness. That's good stuff.
Oh, you're not kidding. You know, it just makes me think about the new rule that they're implementing now, 5 years for 5. You know, you get to play for 5 years. And a guy like that, you get a Tommy John surgery, there goes a year. Now, you redshirt your freshman year, let's say, and he comes back, and then he gets Tommy John surgery. So he loses 2 years, but he's done now because he's going to lose a year because of the new rule. We've done so many things based on football. I believe every sport should be individualized when it comes to something like that. Have its own rules. Because I get it. You do not want in football 23-year-olds tackling an 18-year-old.
And on that note, we'll step aside. 6-0 American League. We go bottom 8 here in Philadelphia. Swingman Classic players honored the legacy of Octavius Cotto at Philadelphia City Hall. Players took part in an educational program celebrating his impact on civil rights and baseball as a pioneer of the game. 4th annual HBCU Swingman Classic here in Philly. We started out in Seattle, went to Arlington, Texas, Atlanta last year, and now Philly. New pitcher Jalen Porter for the American League. So Octavius Cotto, American educator, intellectual, civil rights activist. He became a principal of male students at Institute for Colored Youth. We're talking about a man born in 1839, died in 1871. He was born free in Charleston, South Carolina, prominent mixed-race family. Came north as a boy and completed his education. Boy, he became active in civil rights, became a top cricket and baseball player in 19th century Philadelphia.
Wow. That's a pretty good nugget there, Dave. It's good stuff. Thank you for sharing that. There's so much history on the East Coast.
Oh, are you kidding?
It's incredible. Being a kid who grew up on the West Coast, to come to New York, Philadelphia, this whole area where so many things were established in our country.
Yeah, as I said, I grew up here, so I know Independence Hall, Constitution Hall, Dolly Ross's home, Ben Franklin. No, who is it? Is it Ben? Yeah, Ben Franklin's gravesite.
Uh-huh.
There's ball hit the other way, base hit.
Well, he got on top of that.
Bryson Hammonds.
Yeah, that's Jeffrey Hammond's son.
I thought so. You could see a little bit in his face.
Yeah. Look how high this ball is. Dad telling him, get on top of it. You tell me you can't hit that ball without getting on top of that thing. How are you going to hit that any other way? That is something else. Wow. Look at that.
Oh, look at hitting. Well, he wanted to swing the bat to that pitch, kept running in on Pedro Cabral.
That's a tough break. You know he wanted to swing the bat.
That's when you say, no, it didn't hit me. Junior, what do you think about the swing by Mr. Hammond here?
Well, it looked just like it.
Right?
Look like what?
His daddy.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I mean, you know, Jeffrey been known to shoot a ball to right field in a heartbeat. Like, he got on top of that. I mean, that's a good piece of hitting right there.
Junior, I like the fact that he got on that pitch, and then, you know, in all these years working in the big leagues, you hear people, why do guys have a hard time staying off of that pitch? Well, they grew up hitting that pitch. Of course, only in the bigs, it's 95 to 100 when they go up there.
Well, I think this guy throwing 95 to 100.
Yeah, he's bringing it.
All the more credit to Bryson Hamilton. Boy, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's been a pretty interesting ball game.
Yeah, there's some...
I try to switch dugouts to try to get the other team to score, because when they score 5, I figured I'd go to the other side. Try to even it up. But it didn't work. But maybe it'll work now.
Robert Tate Jr. at the dish.
So what's next for you, Junior?
Well, I'm here through a couple more days. Then I got to go home, and then
well, we got the celebration out in Seattle. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, but I got like 3 things to do before that.
Man, August 8th, Seattle Mariners are celebrating 50 years of Mariner baseball.
Nice.
To bring back top 50 players in Mariner history. So that's pretty cool. That'd be a lot of fun to go back and see a lot of guys.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting.
I was fortunate to be one. I knew Griffey was going, but...
Oh, you think?
I just barely made the cut.
Barely.
You know, I've seen, that's the 3rd Mariner merch I've seen today.
What's that like, Junior? You know, when you were playing, it was the most popular jersey out there. You have not played for a long time, and yet people still see your jersey. What is that like?
I am thankful. I think that, you know, when somebody else does something for you, you really appreciate it.
Double play ball. Stay with it. Oh, what a turn by the second baseman.
Really nice. And Tate did not give up. He kept running through the bag.
You know, that's the ultimate sign of appreciation and respect is somebody putting on your jersey, and you haven't played in, you know, 16 years, and to be able to still wear it. You know,
you were done what, May of 2011, right?
June 2nd.
Okay.
Of 2010.
Of 10. Okay, 10. Okay.
Yeah, I got drafted June 2nd of 1987. I retired on the same day that.
Oh, I never knew that. Yeah. You retired the day you got drafted.
Yeah.
Bookend.
I think there's like I'm one of 4 guys that signed my pro contract and retired on the same day.
Wow. I just remember, I think we were playing the Angels and went in the clubhouse, and Torrey Hunter said, yeah, I was talking to Junior. He's gone.
Yeah. He was driving, called me. He's like, that's it, bro. I told you, when I'm done, I'm done. I'm like,
Hunter gets back.
Look at this.
No play at the plate. The cutoff man hit. And Junior, you got the NL ball club will run.
Yeah.
It's good. You don't want to see him get shut all the way out.
No. I mean, there's been some pretty good balls hit. I mean, that's what we're looking for. You know, there's guys going to make some plays. We've had some nice plays out there in left field. We had a great cutoff, thrown to third. You know.
So let me ask you this question, Junior. So you get in the car, you go home, see you decide this is it. But I know for me, when I quit, that was it. But I always felt like I can still play watching these guys every now and then, especially when you go to spring training. How long was it until you realized I'm done now, and you felt like you could really done? I know you quit when you felt like you needed to.
First of all, I'm thinking about coming back next year.
I'm telling you,
as Jorge Griffey. No, I just think that, you know, I knew I was going to be done at the end of the year, being 40. But I really felt that Trey and the kids really needed me to be more present, and that overshadowed everything that I've done is you know, being there for them, because people don't realize I grew up where my dad was gone all the time.
That's right.
And they think that, oh, you know, oh, the money this, the money that. But there's nothing like having a dad coming to a game, sitting there, whether he's, you know, yelling and screaming or just sitting there calm like me, you know, being able to know that my dad is sitting in the stands. Because I think from age 12 to age 17, my dad may have seen me 10 times.
Wow.
But, you know, nowadays with the, you know, the charter jets and everything else, if he was playing now, he'd been at all my games, you know, fly in on Saturday, watch the first game.
Let me clarify that for people. He saw you play 10 times, not saw you 10 times.
Yes, saw me play 10 times. Because in the offseason, he was home.
Because people will be like, Dad only saw him 10 times?
No, he saw me play 10 times.
Yeah. There we go to the 9th inning. The American League, 6-1. Good night for baseball here in Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Park, home of the Phillies. HBCU Swingman Classic, the 4th edition, and usually around this time of year, it's All-Star time, and we flash back to what Mr. Griffey did down in Baltimore, down in Charm City. Yeah, at the warehouse.
And that hadn't been done before. You know, the ballpark was relatively brand new.
Yep.
And so for him to hit that ball there, that was quite a feat back then.
Got a plaque for him.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, you there?
Okay.
Junior?
I still lost that one.
You did?
Yeah.
Who beat you?
Juan Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Juan gone.
Yeah.
How fatiguing is that doing that event?
Well, the later rounds is pretty tough. I mean, like, because I was usually one of the last guys to hit, after they eliminated, you know, 4 or 5 guys, then it became easier because I didn't spend enough time. I didn't have to sit and wait. I mean, a couple years ago, I mean, guys were waiting 40 minutes before they hit.
Yeah.
You know, and that's tough on the body.
Lenny Webster thinks it's a spring training game. He just walked across the field. He's taking his time.
Hey, no hurry.
Hey.
Come on, Lenny.
I mean,
Lenny had some good years as a backup in Montreal with the Expos.
Lenny can catch.
Yeah.
Jonathan Trio pops out.
See, I had to learn Lenny's signs.
Hold it. Explain that. What do you mean?
Lenny had tales of when he was catching that when he wanted a certain pitch, he would pound the glove. And it took me like a year to find that out because I wasn't paying attention. And then he started pounding. I was like, uh-oh, got him.
So as he's calling it, the pitch call has 1-2 with the pop of the gloves, what you're talking about?
Like there was certain pitches.
Yeah.
He'd pound his glove, and I knew that it was a certain pitch.
Pay attention. Attention to detail. I tell you what, these guys have put on a nice little show here. Now, we're going to have a bottom half of the inning? Yes, we are, because the National League's scuffle.
Yeah. But these kids are having a lot of fun. You know, I'm getting asked all kind of questions. What happens when I struggle? What I look for, situational hitting. I mean, all these kids want to learn and get better. I've been in both dugouts. I'm in the American League side now. Feel more comfortable over here. But you know, it's been a lot of fun, and also I want to thank MLB and all the fans who are watching at home. Thank you guys for tuning in. These guys really enjoyed it, and I want to thank you guys for that. Also, I want to thank you and Harold and Roy for doing the broadcast for us.
And Emily.
Oh, Emily? Where's Emily at?
Probably down there.
She's probably in the other dugout.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Emily.
You're very welcome. Our pleasure.
Junior, tell everybody who Emily's royalty to her family is. I don't think our viewers know.
The Hamill.
Yep.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron is her grandfather.
Yeah.
And she's a pretty amazing young lady.
Yep. Like, I got to ask her questions on how Moms is doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Two outs, one on here.
Junior, the way guys warm up with their pre-swings are so different than how we were taught. What goes through your head when you see the way they pre-swing a lot?
I look like they're not getting extension.
Like right here, I'm watching Early even doing his little, I don't know what you call it.
You know, some of the guys that they don't get enough extension, and you know that's where they're thinking about hitting the ball, but there's getting full extension and getting in a power position to be able to drive the ball.
Fly ball left field. The Ely kid, I can see why you like him. Just watching him run, and he talked about Strawberry, see if he can grow into that body. 6'1" American League. Well, moments ago, Mr. Griffey autographing his Griffey spikes. Shoe? Yeah. Good design, Junior.
So you come into the game, you get every player gets the Griffey cleats they get to play in as part of the uniform. Nike does the uniforms, the Swingman uniform. Pretty cool thing.
Yeah, all top-notch, first class, no doubt about it. The last ups here for the National League. And Junior.
I'm going to walk like Lenny Webster on over here. I'm about to get all over him.
Yeah.
Hey, Lenny, we watched you take that slow walk all the way from there. We need you to get a little faster, dog.
I know. You better mute that mic because we're going to get it here a little bit more than you want. You're going to get a little extra color down there.
Yeah.
That was the slowest walk I've seen in years.
Tell him it's not spring training.
Yeah, I'm going to tell him that.
That's funny.
All right, bring us home, Dave.
Yes, indeed. 4 consecutive years of this. This is good stuff. Enjoyed it, as always.
I'm still working on my manager over here for the Phillies. All right, Doc. Final offer. 2 years from now, you manage the Phillies. 3. But I can't go more than 4.
Boy, Jimmy was adamant about, hey man, I like my life right now.
On, you be the first base coach.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, that you don't make no road trips. Huh?
Yeah, you live, Jimmy. All right.
I don't like being at the ballpark. All right, you show up at 6:30.
And you go 7 innings. Hold on. Oh.
And
Call it a day.
Good breaking ball right there.
Well, I can't.
Yeah, well, Dave, we've conquered Philly.
Hey, for me, it's always a pleasure to come back here and come back here with the Yankees in 2 weeks. Looking forward to that. That's going to be a heck of a series. Phillies and Yankees.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Phillies are limping into the All-Star break.
Yeah.
They're pitching a little tired. They made a nice run, get themselves into it, but they'll be all right.
County Mack Stadium before they put lights on it in North Philly at 21st and Lehigh. And if you were to go to the left of the picture, about 3/4 of a mile, that's where I grew up. But when they did put lights on top of the building, I could come out on the stoop and turn to my right. Hey, the Phillies are home playing tonight.
Oh, that's cool, man.
We used North Philadelphia and right field. You see those row homes?
Yeah.
This was before they had the big scoreboard put in, and then Connie Mack, he was losing money during like the playoffs, okay? And people were like in Wrigley, and living in those row homes could look right in. So they put up a big fence called the Spite Fence.
To block them from looking into the field.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So how far was that from where we sit today? Is it across town?
Let's say it's due north and then a little bit west, so probably about 3.5, 4.
So what about was it Three Rivers here? Which one was it?
Three Rivers, Pittsburgh.
Vet Stadium, yeah, Vet Stadium.
It was same cookie cutter.
Yeah, same old mold they used to use.
Philly, Pittsburgh,
Veterans
same.
is just right across the street here. Right?
Yeah, I try to remember. I think out beyond left field.
Yeah. Okay.
My first professional gig as an intern. I interned at the Philadelphia Inquirer. Hey, kid, you know anything about soccer? You're going to learn. They had me covering pro soccer.
And what year was that?
1973.
They were playing soccer in America?
Yeah, and they were saying Pele came over. I remember doing a news conference with them that soccer's going to be the next big sport. You know, it's big, but it's not as big as, the big four here. Although it is during World Cup.
The World Cup has been incredible.
That's pathetic.
I tell you what, the ability to handle that ball.
Oh, please, it's unreal.
Is amazing.
Strike 3 called.
I went to the World Cup game in New Jersey, the Meadowlands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we went. The family went. People are crazy, man. They're walking on Route 3 to try to get cars whipping by 50-some miles, 60 miles an hour, and they're trying to walk into the stadium down the freeway. That's crazy stuff.
One down here, bottom 9. And Pierre Cabral. Well, pretty confident breaking ball right there.
Yeah, it's good. Well, the game settled down after the first half inning.
Oh, man, it was 3-0. American League, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. They got 2 more in the third. They only added 1 more in the 7th. Could be a tough play.
The catcher make this play right here. Woo!
That's a good play.
That's a good play. That's what you want to see.
And the communication's always good.
Yes.
I got it. Me.
Well, he popped out of there nice. See, when you want to showcase something, you love this play if you're the catcher. Got a chance to show you got some athleticism. You pop out from underneath and you got arm strength.
Armando Hurtado coming off the one knee, too. He exploded out of that box. That's
good.
Top-notch athleticism, no doubt about it. 2 down here, bottom 9.
Cameron Hill. Slider off the plate. That's the biggest change, I think, in the sport is how many guys chase a slider first pitch. It was, you didn't really chase sliders a whole lot first pitch.
Bobby Spencer delivering a pretty good fastball there. Gets the call. 0-2.
Go. Let's see what we got here. 0-2.
High target.
Nice.
Did he go?
No, don't ring it on that. Let him swing it. Don't ring it.
I love when the former player comes out like that. Come on, let him go down.
He didn't go.
You know what scares me moving ahead, just real quick? A game or playoff game ending on a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That or a violation.
Mm-hmm. 1-2, swing and a miss.
There you go.
So the American League wraps it up in big fashion. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, a run on 3 hits and 2 errors for the National League. I tell you what, nice receptive crowd here. They were enthusiastic and very hot and humid.
I love the flavor of the drum line was here. They were excellent. They brought it. All the sororities came and performed. I think there was 8 groups of sororities that came and performed. Impressive. Good night. It was a really good night.
Good exposure for these guys to get a chance to play in a big league field, big league atmosphere.
Yeah, and it doesn't go unnoticed by these young men. Mm-hmm. They were talking about it last night. It was fun watching batting practice today, where they got a chance to really see what it's like and go, wow, Kyle Schwarber really hit a ball that far?
Yeah, and with the wood bat, them coming off of the metal bats. Yeah, you bet.
Well, a lot of these guys continue on, go play their summer ball, get ready for fall ball in the fall, and other guys will go on to see if they get an opportunity in pro ball. And Major League Baseball has the draft league. There's some independent leagues, and we have the Major League Draft tomorrow.
Boy, you're going to have a blast with that.
And
that's going to be interesting.
Yes. So some of them we'll find out in the next 2 days.
You got a name or two you want to drop? Somebody you think is going to go first, second, third?
Rock Solowski from UCLA is really the guy. Although Emerson, Brady Emerson, high school shortstop, there's a lot of talk the White Sox might end up with him as well. There's not a set guy at the #1 pick yet. Okay. So it's going to be an interesting draft. As we see how guys fall, that's what's going to be something else.
I saw Jonathan Mayo earlier, and he was talking about it's a good draft, not super deep, but the top. The top group
the difference is guys are skyrocketing to the major leagues.
Yeah.
They are there in a blink now.
The McGonigal kid who's from Philly suburb playing third and short for Detroit. I liked him over the weekend when I saw Detroit.
He can play, got himself a long-term deal coming his way pretty soon. We saw J.J. Weatherholt. He got a long-term extension today for $112 million. Have you seen Connor Griffin play before his injury? The shortstop of Pittsburgh,
just on TV.
Just turned 20.
Yeah, Pittsburgh comes to Yankee Stadium in, I want to say, matter of fact, in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's out for 6 weeks. He broke his pinky, but man.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough. That's the talent that comes out of there.
Let's go down to Roy Wood for the MVP presentation.
Congratulations to the American League Swingman Champions 2026. And also congratulations to our game MVP from Southern, Jacoby Radcliffe. Now, Jacoby, you got it started out, hit by pitch, 2 stolen bases. You scored the first run. Talk to me a little bit about what it means to shine on a stage like this.
First and foremost, I got to give my thanks and my glory to Jesus Christ just for letting me be in this stage and getting this opportunity. I pray for times like this. But I'm just blessed, I'm just grateful for everything. And like the guys were talking yesterday, just play your game, be yourself, and just have fun. So I thank everybody who supported me through these times, and thank you.
One more question for you, Jacoby. Talk to me a little bit about the importance of the Swingman Classic. And Ken Griffey Jr., thank you to you for putting this together and helping these kids get a place to shine where they get seen by so many dope people and be seen by the world. Talk to me a little bit about what the Swingman Classic means to you.
The Swingman Classic means to me is that people my color is talent. Don't overlook us. Like, we here to play. Regardless of like the outcome of everybody didn't want to get the production they wanted, we still here for each other. You know, one band, one sound. So we here, and I just want to say thank you again.
Jacoby Radcliffe, everybody. Congratulations to the American League. And that's it from Philadelphia, man. Congratulations to the American League, your 2026 Swingman champions. Any words?
They having a lot of fun. That's all that counts.
One more time, Mr. Griffin.
They having a lot of fun. That's all that counts.
They had fun.
I will say this. This event is about them. It's not about me. It's for the kids that need to be seen and the kids that are coming up, the next generation of baseball players that can see these guys, and hopefully we can get some more guys drafted. We got 10. Hopefully we get some more so they can see these guys in the big leagues and want to perform on the stage.
That's it from Philadelphia. Big thank you to everybody who watched. Dave Sims, Harold Reynolds up in the booth, as well as Emily. She's somewhere around there, man. Thank you all so much for watching the Swingman Classic.
All right, Roy, thank you. From Philadelphia, thanks for watching the HBCU Swingman Classic.
I'm hearing about this.
It all started here. The frame